Goodness, look at all these amazing people for sure.
Beautiful human
beings.
You see Sanam sit straight up.
Yeah, her and Gracie both have amazing posture. Have you noticed that?
Amazing.
Yeah,
amazing.
It's really fantastic.
So if you guys don't know who Sanam is, she's one of our worker bee / executive assistant.
Great assistant. Yeah, no, I completely agree. Yeah, totally.
Yeah.
So we're live on Facebook over there at the Spot FM. Which basically the easiest way to find it is to go over to the Spot Thailand on Facebook.
That's right. The Spot FM, right? Or is it?
Yeah, well, so that's our group, right? So over on Facebook, if you search for the Spot.fm, then you're going to be getting our group page.
Yes.
Which is really cool. And there's a lot of updates for like the local area in there and everything. And then if you want to really know like what's going on at the Spot, as you know, right? One of your great graphics guys. He's basically taking care of at the Spot Thailand.
Yes, the business
and
page.
that's on Facebook.
Yeah,
but we're obviously on YouTube. We're over at the Spot Thailand on YouTube, but also Live My Ass Off on YouTube and
Walk in My Shoes Thailand YouTube channel. So definitely check. Hit that like, hit that subscribe. If you want to be a part of the studio audience, you can leave a question, comment, a joke.
Yeah, that'd be kind of cool.
I love jokes. I mean, we love to laugh. We love it.
Okay, so where are we today, right? So that's the more important question because we are your 5-star radio station and we're showing you 5-star experiences at 5-star locations. And we are at a 5-star facility for our 6-star listeners, which is
the AVANI.
Yep. AVANI Pattaya Resort. We're right here. I'm going to say we're right here on 2nd Road, but the neat thing is I can tell you the exact same truth and say we are right here on Beach Road.
The beach.
Goes
I love the beach.
Dude, all the way from Beach Road, all the way down to 2nd Road here in Pattaya, right? And so I guess you could probably call this like Central Pattaya, right? I mean, that would be pretty accurate, wouldn't it?
I would say we're right here at Central Pattaya. I can tell you this, when my first trip here, I mean... You can't stop but see this place. You got Ripley's, believe it or not, right here.
It's fantastic.
You got this amazing resort, and if you guys were just to cruise inside and take a peek at the pool, holy cow!
Yes, I tell you what. Do we have a shot of that? I think we have like a. So we were taking some pictures earlier, and we were over at the pool, and
that thing is amazing.
No, I know. I mean, check that out, right? So, like, it's really huge. But see, right there in the background, it's one of those infamous swim-up bars.
Yeah, tropical pool. So it's a tropical layout for those who can't see the pictures.
Speaking of tropical, do you see some umbrellas on drinks in there?
Oh, my God.
I think that is forthcoming, dude. I'm going to definitely say that that's something we need.
Is AVANI, I hope they're supplying some umbrellas because you know what's been awesome here is the service has been fantastic.
Agreed.
I have to say it's one of the tops in the area. I mean, we've been doing these 5-star,
6-star clients is what we have. Clients. We are a 5-star radio station at 5-star locations for 5-star.
And you know what? They get it.
Yeah, I know. The customer service is just so dynamite, isn't it?
Amazing.
I really like it. And, you know, I also want to say a big shout out to a couple of people. The first is the general manager here. His name's Matt. He's fantastic. If you guys get here, make sure you say a big thank you and hello to Matt. Additionally, she refers to herself as an assistant. I mean, and that's absolutely so ridiculously humble and Thai because she's basically the person in charge of public relations, PR. And her name is Asani.
Asani.
Yeah, that's kind of like her nickname. Her name on her badge, I believe, is pronounced. Do you know how to do it? I think it was like...
Peacock?
Well, so that's what it means. I know. And so I think we're going to stick with the English because when I try and like do the Thai stuff, then I'm usually messing that up. But on her name badge is Nok Yung.
Nok Yung.
Nok Yung. But again, at the end of the day, Kun Asani, she's been fantastic. I want to thank Kun Tiger for all the IT that he helped set up.
Dude, don't you love their names? I mean, I need a name like that.
Awesome,
I mean, my name is just boring. And you get a guy, I mean, named Tiger?
Tiger, right? I mean it's like a Tiger team.
Who the heck has that name that's famous?
Cool kids, basically. I mean, that's the only people that get that.
If you guys want to be part of the cool kids table, if you come on down right darn now to the AVANI, if you are listening in your vehicle with 2 million listeners,
yes.
If you're listening, you come down to AVANI right now, come to the hub, which we're going to talk about what that is. And not only am I going to buy you a drink, I'm going to get you a drink.
Right, I forgot. Every time we do this, you're like, no, I'm going to basically get the audience drunk. That's good. That's the easiest way to get them to hang out.
They put out. I mean, come on,
our
you guys.
audience, ladies and gentlemen, of all the audience of all the radio stations, at least ours put out. That's a skadoosh right there. That's the first skadoosh of the morning.
So come on out, come get a drink. And what else are we giving away, Mike?
Oh my God, we have so much stuff today. I've had
giveaways.
such an amazing week. If you guys wonder why we didn't do any shows last weekend, basically the main reason was because of Chinese New Year or Lunar New Year. That was super busy, and you know these hotels are so gracious, and they're letting us like do the show at various locations, but they just simply didn't have room, right? So one of the things that I did is I got so much free stuff. So we have killer discounts right here at AVANI at their spa. We're going to be talking about that. There's a Benihana here, dude. We got to talk about that. Like, when's the last Benihana, right? California.
I love Benihana.
You go there like for your birthday.
Yeah, so
but we haven't done that in forever.
When I was like 17 years old,
yeah,
I went to the Benihana in California, Southern California, which is kind of, isn't that the original place of Benihana as a business?
I want to say
California.
Yeah, and I don't think
it was SoCal.
Yeah, it was SoCal. Yeah,
yeah. So I went to the one on Hospitality Lane. So if you guys are a Benihana fanatic, that's where it's at. I went there when I was 17, and I'm not going to tell you how old I am now. But I am thrilled.
Over 17, I'm going to go.
Over 17.
Okay, fair enough.
I only have to, anyways, I am thrilled to be able to go to Benihana's here in Pattaya. And,
big time.
And you know what? I didn't know it existed until I started walking by, and then you see the sign, and we're going to show you guys that. And we have awesome discounts for that. But what are we giving away for free?
So what we're giving away for free, we're going to have 2 Ramayana water park tickets. So you might think, okay, Mike, shiny red ball, crazy, absolutely. Like, what does this have to do with Pattaya? It has a lot to do with Pattaya. Because Rami and I, look, we've all been down the road of, this is Pattaya, this is Beach Road, this is this. But there is so much in Pattaya that's away from Beach Road and away from Soy Bacow.
So you mean to say it's not just the 6 and Bacow and Treetown?
Soy half dozen, actually. I got to thank Martin for that. I love the way that he calls it. It's not soy 6 to him. It's soy half dozen.
I don't even say soy 6 or whatever. Okay, I just said it.
You just say 6.
So if you guys, I see there's a comment that came in that says party people. You know what? You want to have a party? Come on down. Get your free pass.
Free pass to Ramayana. But more importantly,
there's 2 of them.
If you come down to AVANI right now, right, guys, here's what's really cool. So it's really simple, easy to find. We're on 2nd Road or we're on Beach Road. The AVANI Resort is where we're going to be hanging out all day today. I have 2 free, actually, I have 2,000 baht worth of Benihana credit right here in my hand. Totally, dude. I mean, that's a really, really fun time.
Wow. And you can save on the tips, too.
There you go. Yeah, skadoosh. Actually, what was I doing? Yeah, we got to do a skadoosh. What was I thinking? I know, it's crazy.
So you guys come down and get your Ramayana tickets. Come down and get some Benihana.
Yeah.
And it's really good.
So Suburban Beard, thank you for coming by. That's a buddy of mine that I know through my other friend Dana from Bangkok, and Suburban Beard is out there. I'm going to say Cleveland. So his weather is like a little bit not as awesome as ours right now.
Anywhere in the United States isn't really great.
Throwing that out there. Yeah,
so you guys ever at Benihana, I got to tell you, it is a great place to take date night. So if you come here to Pattaya for the first time and you meet a special someone, don't be afraid to open up the wallets and go to Benihana. And if you are afraid, you can come here and get your free $60 off.
Yeah.
And really impress her because I don't know about you, but these Thai girls and Philippine girls love deals.
They do. Well, yeah.
They love discounts. Gracie, do you love a deal?
Yeah. Great. Anything 2 for 1. She's
2 for 1. She's like, what?
Huge fan of that.
Do I get a free hat?
I hope so. That would be cool. So there's Benihana, there's AVANI that's here, and if you're not totally familiar with where we are actually at the Royal Garden Plaza Mall. So if you guys are familiar with that, if you're familiar with where Ripley's Believe It or Not is, that's exactly where we are. And you can come down here, and the great thing is that breakfast basically is going on, I think, for at least another hour and a half, if not 2 hours. The breakfasts here are super excellent. And I mean, okay, and I'm not just like, the breakfast is really cool. Tell me a little bit about how many plates or different like sort of chafing dishes of food over there. I'm going to go with like 30.
So you didn't get a chance to really eat. So I know
I'm
Diamond did. He's part of our crew and our studio audience. Right. This guy can eat, by the way.
The thinnest male on the whole team who consumes the most amount of food.
Yeah. Exactly.
I don't know how he does. Well, because he's Russian.
He's $1.50.
So he's just like totally committed. I'm going to do this.
I'm going to eat.
Yeah, I know.
It's a long winter.
Get out of my way, dude.
It's a long winter.
Sure. Yeah.
So
they
you
call
guys,
it January through December, I think. Actually.
That's right. Yeah. What's the 2 seasons you have? Starving and hungry.
Oh, God, super, dude. Way to just make him feel warm and fuzzy.
I know, man. We're all here about him. So the food here is amazing. And speaking of food from different countries, what is really great about this place, this buffet offers food, I would say a half dozen stations of different types of food, from Indian curries to Thai curries.
Right.
And the coolest thing is they have this station of organic.
Smart.
They grow their own vegetables here.
Yeah, I saw that.
And I will have it on a video.
It's kind of nuts, right? Yeah.
Yeah, so I will be dropping a video on Walking My Shoes Thailand about their buffet here. And that's going to come out in about a week or so. But I will have that if you guys want to know more about their buffet here. Definitely check that out. Or we're just going to talk about it with you guys.
Yeah. So Ryan actually asked us, Eat Out Pattaya. Ryan asked
he
us,
loves donuts.
He loves, I think, anything that fits in his mouth. I mean, no judgment, but he's definitely like sampling a whole bunch of stuff. But to his question, he's asking, where in the AVANI are you? And it's real simple. We are in what's called the Hub, which is the co-working space here at the... And here's the interesting thing. We're not just at a co-working space, okay? We are at the Hub, which is the first co-working space in all of the AVANI properties. And to the credit of the GM, Matt, he had this vision, for doing a co-working space. And one could argue, people have done that before. But check it out, man. So this is basically the view that we have to my left. And if you guys come here, you can hang out. There's plenty of space to hang out. Obviously, there's free Wi-Fi, and it's ridiculously fast.
Yeah. And it's really a cool modern place. I mean, we don't have the lights on in there because it kind of blinds us.
Yeah, we have
makes
our
Mike's
soft
bald
boxes.
spot look shiny.
It's shiny head. Yeah, you don't want to do that.
But, we have our mobile cam that is going to be walking around. We'll have him come in here, too. What do you think?
We totally will. But actually, I tell you what, to tee that up, so we call it the Logan cam. And so Logan is actually cruising around in the middle right now. So he's in this, it's super lush, super green here, guys. It's literally like an oasis in between Second Road and Beach Road. So he's out there with our 4G mobile cam, our Logan cam, and he's showing you the sort of the area right now. There's like this sort of really neat porch. And he's hanging out there, and it's this old Thai, dark hardwood. It just gives you such a great feeling of such a great feeling of Thailand, quite frankly. And again, an oasis in the middle of, sometimes what can be described as a little bit noisy. So we're down here in the Hub. If you walk up, it's right off of the lobby. Super easy to get to.
Off Second Road. So let's,
easily,
and there's parking. You
definitely
guys,
off Second
plenty
Road.
of parking.
Yeah.
And they're not going to charge you anything.
It's all underneath, super easy to get to. Your car's not going to get hot. You go underneath the mall, come right up. There's even a menu here in the Hub, so they have like sandwiches and wraps and that sort of thing. There's another cafe behind us. There's a restaurant behind us. There's a pool bar. We're going to be showing you guys and talking about a lot of it. This is the pool bar right now. If you're watching on video and you're not listening to 95 FM, if you're on 95 FM, please do come by AVANI. Because if you're listening in a Bolt or a Grab, they know exactly where AVANI is.
Oh, yeah, absolutely.
Super easy to find.
And tell them you're getting a free drink.
That's the thing. You're getting a free drink on Robbie. You're potentially, if you come here with your significant other, you and your significant other are definitely going to be able to get each 1,000 baht off for a total of 2,000 baht off a dinner that you get.
And water slide tickets.
At Benihana. And I also have some Ramayana water slide tickets. I want to give those away to some people that come by here. We have some great discounts also on the spa that is here, which is awesome. So yes, it's February and it's after Chinese New Year. It's also after Valentine's Day. But, a lot of people are still sort of celebrating. A lot of venues are celebrating, and they're definitely doing that here, the month of love kind of thing. So they still have some great discounts for couples massages over at the spa. We actually have Robbie in his hand. He has 20% off their spa treatments, which in a number of ways is probably like 500 or 600 baht off. This is an amazing spa. This isn't just like, oh yeah, I went to a spa on Second Road. No. This is
and the normal discount's like 15%.
Yes,
so you guys, just
even
so you know,
more.
We are special.
So these are I suppose you could probably even scan that QR code that you're showing right now if you guys are watching on video. But if you're not and you're just listening on the radio station, please come on down. We definitely want to hang out with you guys, but more importantly, we want to be able to showcase all of the cool that is happening here at AVANI Resort. A lot of coolness, really.
We're here.
Yeah. We have some things that are coming up just on the spot to let you guys know. So basically what's going to be happening, we're actually going to be here every month. Did you know that?
I didn't know
Once a month,
so
dude.
They booked it. So they booked it.
Absolutely, yeah. Wow. So they're great. They're like, listen, we can do, one, but they said, no. Let's do a whole year. So I'm really excited. We're going to be down here basically. So today is what, the third Sunday?
Today's the third Sunday. How often are you doing it?
Once a month.
Wow.
Yeah, so so that's going to be neat. And but again, February's not over yet. So don't forget, bring your loved one down here. You're going to have an amazing time. And we have, in fact, thank you, Asani. She didn't want to get anywhere near the camera. She strategically, she's like, no, I'm not going to do this. But yeah, so it's still in the month of love, right? So she just handed me this great thing about the ultimate love cocktails. So they have this thing called the Cupid's Kiss, the heart on cloud. Am I going to do a play on words on heart on?
I don't know. If you're not, I am.
I was going to say that's a skadoosh and a half right there.
I just say just the tip about it.
Here's what I love, though. This is the love potion. Why don't you tell everyone what's in the love potion?
Have a dark rum, lime juice, tequila, and syrup with soda.
You, ladies and gentlemen, that is the love potion.
A cherry on top.
So it sounds cool because we have these amazing microphones, but at the end of the day, it's like two sober guys talking about alcohol, right? I mean, it's just like, what do you guys know about getting drunk in your 50s? Well, I don't know, not much.
In 2019, guys, I'm not going to BS you. I came here to party.
Oh, yeah, in 2019.
And I got to be honest with you guys. I know when you're coming here for your first trip or if you're coming here on holiday, you want to be a millionaire. And I got to tell you.
The infamous 2-week millionaire,
2-week millionaire. In my case, it was about a week millionaire because maybe I ran out of money, but we're not going to talk about that.
You ran out of millions, huh?
But you stay at a place like this, like the AVANI, you come and eat here. You come and have your drinks here. And if you have a special someone that you just meet on, I don't know, wherever, the half dozen, I don't know, wherever you might meet them.
Sure.
You want to take them out and have the love potion. And you know what? In 2019, I was part of that clan.
You're part of the love potion.
And I love the love potion. And if you guys can see this on video, Logan, our walkabout guy, is showing these pink cakes. And so if you're listening in your Bolt or your Grab, dude, who doesn't like a pink cake?
No, exactly. Trust me, if you're just listening and you're not watching this video,
half dozen like pink cakes.
Double click on some half dozen. But look at this, man. They've got these amazing pastries that he's showing us right now. This is so easy to get to. And the neat thing is there's so much to do here on property, right? So yes, they have a pool, a spa, but they have so many different variations on food, not the least of which, of course, is sort of the...
I love this food. Look at this.
Well, the entertainment, right, that is available. I mean, because you had a restaurant, right? So you understand it's not... For me, it's just like consumable food. I'm an engineer. For you, it's like, no, presentation is important.
It's about a service.
Yeah, exact. Oh, yeah, talk about that, because you were saying the breakfast, the service was epic.
Yeah, so of course, fat kids got to eat, and I'm no exception to that.
To keep this weight up, I got to commit.
My lovely figure and let you guys watch me on YouTube. Anyways, guys, so I came here and I had breakfast here this morning and bacon, eggs, just all the fat kids' deliciousness. And forget about how great the food and the selection. I mean, heck, they had sprinkled pink donuts.
Oh, dude, skadoosh.
I mean,
how many of those do you have?
We're not counting
a half dozen.
Or we weren't counting the half
Fair
dozen.
enough. Okay, so
but what was great is I ended up running into the GM here, and I said, you know what? It wasn't even about the food. And I love the food because you can find good food throughout Pattaya, throughout Thailand is a really great place. If you're a foodie, come here. But what was unique about this place is the darn service.
Oh,
it was almost like they were looking over my shoulder and my glass was empty. Like, oh, more water? Non-plow? I don't mean water. And they cleared everything and I had crumbs on my plate. I was ready to lick and they're taking my plate.
It's like you're taking it away from me. Yeah, so that's great. So he's down. Really good. Where he is right now, guys, if you're actually coming down or you're near property, how can I find this pastry? I really don't want to hang out with Mike and Robbie, but I definitely want to slice of cheesecake. Logan right now is literally right off of the lobby. And so you just walk into the lobby, as you can see here. If you're watching on YouTube or Facebook or something like that, then you're able to see the entrance right there. It's gorgeous, this gorgeous hardwood floor. And then he's showing you the lobby there. Right to his right, where a couple of the folks are standing, that's where that place was. That's where that
he should have brought us a cheesecake.
I know. He's like right outside there.
Logan just would have brought us a cheesecake. We might have been happy.
Look at that. Yeah. So still, month of love, right? So they're still doing the whole Valentine's Day thing. Come on down here. And I got to tell you, I mean, sadly, like Gracie and I, thank God, are finally like physically in the same country at the same time. But what was drag is we weren't together during Valentine's Day, right? And so the nice thing is we're both sort of realistic enough to say, well, we don't have to do that on the 14th. We can celebrate Valentine's Day anytime, right? I mean, we're a couple 24 hours a day. So so we can go there, grab some great cafe food. Now, if Logan just pans to the right, I will also give you guys the ability to be able to see where we are. So right to the right of where he is, there on the left, inside those glass doors, is the mighty remote broadcast team, ladies and gentlemen.
And we're going to have to wave to them. And our whole studio audience,
yeah, should we give them a golf wave? Hi. How you doing? Yeah.
What's up?
So super easy to find, guys. The hub is right here, and it's right as you walk in. We got our remote broadcast studio right here. We're all set up. We got our engineer, Diamond. Logan is on remote cam, is on Logan cam. The wonderful Gracie is here, ladies and gentlemen, as well as Sanam. She's been an amazing help to just so much for the spot, which is great. Kitty's coming by.
Yeah.
And then, of course, ladies and gentlemen, it's Mike's.
And Robbie.
How you doing there?
Good morning, Pattaya.
Yeah, what are you doing?
Good morning. Hey, what do you guys think of this crazy weather we had yesterday?
Oh, you mean the intense rain?
The intense rain.
Yeah.
I have not seen that in quite a while. And it hasn't rained hardly at all. And yesterday...
Not really, you're right, yeah.
Yeah, yesterday, man, for about 45 minutes, it poured buckets.
Agreed.
I mean, if you guys are driving around your Bolt, you're probably nodding your head, yeah.
Yeah.
Where were you yesterday?
Wet, yeah.
What time was that about? That was about, 2 o'clock?
Yeah, I would say a little bit of the afternoon.
So where were you at when it was pouring buckets? I mean, I couldn't even move my scooter.
Well, so here's what's crazy, because you've lived in Jomtien probably in total longer than I have, right? But we're now down in Jomtien, and when we were there, like the rain hit us big time. Now, you were just down the street, right? You and Kitty were down on Jomtien Beach?
When I lived there before, I was at Riviera.
No. When it started raining yesterday.
Oh, yeah. I was at the infamous Wombat. That's correct. I was at a little pub in I don't know what soy it was, 7 or something.
Yeah. Well, no, the reason I bring up that and then your experience with Jomtien is because, as you know, sometimes it'll be pouring rain like crazy here in Jomtien, and then Pattaya, right? Clear weather, or the opposite, usually.
I think it's usually the opposite.
We'd be able to see like all these clouds from our balconies, right? And then you look over there and it's just like Pattaya is like under siege, right? And it's just like, but we're getting nothing.
When does that usually start? I mean, rainy season starts when here in Pattaya?
So that's a good question.
Because we are pretty much heading into what they like to call hot season.
Yeah, for sure it's going to start getting hot and humid big time in March. Now, one of the things that I think everyone can sort of argue is the fact that coming April, right? I mean, obviously Songkran, a lot more rain, and we have another guest actually in the studio, and I don't have it right next to me, but I do have her magazine. So yeah, I want to say a big shout out to, make sure I get the name right, Discover Pattaya. Is that right? Okay, awesome.
So that's a publication?
Yeah, and she does these. I mean, dude. Okay, so I give you a great example. So you come to a place like this, right? Our 6-star clients come to this 5-star experience, and they get a 5-star room, and they go into their hotel, and there's that, like, the table that's up there. Yeah. Beautiful glossy magazines.
Okay, and
that's the one you see. So So Discover Pattaya, it gives all of these like. And so to be,
you want to bring that over here? We're gonna have. You know what? I'm gonna show a close
up. Gloria actually is her name.
Gloria.
And here's what's interesting about Gloria.
Right.
Is that other than this amazing magazine, but you also met her. And you guys were talking about, remind me, Gloria, what was the event called last night you went to?
Oh, the Jazz.
Yeah, the Jazz Pit.
Yes.
Yeah.
That was last night.
That was last night,
wow.
Yeah.
Wow. And if I had this magazine, I'd probably have gone because I would have had a reminder in my face. So you guys, check out this magazine, Discover. Wow, this is nice print.
I know, right?
Holy
because you
cow.
and I, like Robbie and I, just the basics, right? We've been trying to figure out a place to like make stickers. And
like a phone book.
No, it's amazing. Yeah, so if you use your campus, you can show the front of it. So anyway, so Discover Pattaya, guys, you're going to be able to easily check this out around town. And if you just flip through it, I would submit one of the things you're going to be able to see probably is some degree of advertisement for AVANI, whether it's Benihana or the hotels. Do you have anything this month? I know that every month it changes and you highlight various. Oh, she's got this amazing bag actually from AVANI, so she's a big fan of the AVANI
Dude,
solution.
I can get my teeth whitened.
You can get your teeth whitened and watch the Oscars. I mean, it's two
I love
two
it.
solutions in one from that magazine.
This is great.
Yeah. No, so anyway, so thank you for coming by. That's really cool. I know you had a busy night. That's really neat. So yeah, so if you ever want to, well, discover Pattaya, easy solution, guys. There's a magazine for that.
So it looks like, according to our chat and our live studio audience, June is rain season. So that, it felt like it yesterday.
Okay,
guys.
So now to be fair, right? She said June rain in Isan, which is actually probably a bit more. Now, I will tell you that like June and July, do not go to Phuket because their rainy season, sometimes it can rain all day, every day for like several days in a row. The beauty of here is I like to refer to it as efficient rain, right? Like yesterday, torrential downpour. 2 hours later, completely sunny again, and we're good.
Streets clean.
Totally clean. It cools everything down. That's really cool.
You know, you mentioned about going to Phuket. You know what? Why even go to Phuket when you can have that 5-star experience here?
Wow, nice segue, guys. Skadoosh. That was...
You should love it. Why go to Phuket? Why spend the money?
I agree.
And you might be disappointed if you left Pattaya at this point. I mean... There's
so many great places here, right? Not the least of which is this. To answer your question as far as when is rainy season in Pattaya... I would say that in my experience, Gracie and I, probably September. September is arguably probably like the grayest,
and right? That's the month I've never been here.
Yeah.
I've never been here in
and
October.
Then into October, yeah. And then, but the good news there, right, is that right after that, well, then there you go, high season. And so therefore, it's like a little bit cooler. I mean, again, at the end of the day, we're like, latitude 12. So it's not going to be real. But there's no downhill luge that you're going to be able to do here. But
it's been a great high season. I got to be honest with you guys. If you haven't come to this high season, you have really missed out because it's been a awesome high season. The weather's been perfect.
For sure.
And, that we're kind of new. I mean, the spot's only been around for, not even a year yet.
Well, we went live June 1st, remember? Yeah, with the new
1st,
format.
And now that we're experiencing these 5-star locations, I'm saying, why come during high season? You can come right now. We got Songkran coming up, people. If you haven't booked, let's get booking it.
No, for sure. And so that's the other thing, too, right? So obviously, Songkran coming up, they have the really neat thing. Interestingly, you should mention Songkran. This was actually just given to me. So they're having this thing called Songkran Splash, right? So you get like accommodation, daily breakfast for 2. You get a welcome pack, which definitely includes the Discover Pattaya magazine. But also, you get like some fruit and some roses and things like fruit. That. They take. Do you really?
6.1.
How you doing there? All right, that works for me. Kids under 11 are going to eat free from all the kids menus, which is going to be awesome, and you're going to get 15% off the spa.
That's at the AVANI. That's
at the AVANI right here.
We are talking about the AVANI right here. And by the way, if you guys can't really see the AVANI, you're watching.
If you're unfamiliar with the logo, ladies and gentlemen, just look right at Robbie's face right now.
Right at my face right now, and you'll see.
Actually, I tell you what, let's do this.
This looks handsome.
Let's do this.
So I'm getting cuddles.
I know, it's all right.
I
don't need to worry.
I am
about
not a paid sponsor.
There you go.
All right.
Look at that.
Yeah. Anyways, guys, I
am so skilled with my videoing. Yeah. If you guys are just listening on the radio right now, 95 FM The Spot, or potentially you're listening at bkk.fm up in Bangkok as well as bangkok.fm. I really appreciate it. If you want to just find one single point of success, please make sure you go to thespot.fm. There'll be 2 little buttons right at the top of the website. You're going to be able to download our brand new app, which is available at Google Play as well as the Apple Store. And you'll be able to listen to thespot.fm, 95 FM, as well as bkk.fm, which is another little logo that you'll see on there. That's our rock station up in Bangkok. And then, of course, our newest property, which is bangkok.fm. The dance and the party of the city, ladies and gentlemen, happens at bangkok.fm. So, make sure you check that out.
And if you're listening to on Walking in My Shoes Thailand, definitely please tune in to the spot.fm YouTube channel.
Yes.
Be a part of the studio audience right now. Ask your questions, give your concerns. Drop us a joke. Or you guys can just
a neat thing to do.
Or you guys can just show up.
Yeah. No, definitely.
Kitty just showed up. Where's Kitty? And I want to pet it.
She just Kitty at my foot and I want to touch it.
Yeah, where is Kitty at my foot?
Speaking of if you're watching on Walking in My Shoes or you're watching on Live My Ass Off, please just it's neat that you're watching there, but cruise over, just go to YouTube at The Spot Thailand. We need more people to be watching us on The Spot. We're going to probably start only streaming on The Spot here with these shows. Yeah. Yep. So we're putting this out there just so people will get to know about it. But at the end of the day, we want you to watch on The Spot Thailand.
I love Gracie's comment. She says, I'm going to go eat at the buffet. So we're talking about the buffet, and you know where they're going? Kitty gets here, and they go to the buffet.
Yeah, I mean, so that was funny, right?
Straight to the food.
Gracie was like, well, I'll wait till Kitty gets here, and then we can go to the buffet.
She barely even smiled at me. I mean, Kitty.
She's like, hi, boyfriend, food.
She's out of here. That's what happens with these Thai girls, man. They just want to freaking... Sanam, she could tell us, do girls just want to eat here? I mean, how many times you eat a day? Like 5?
Well,
6?
But that's a Thai thing,
She's
right?
Thai.
It's not more... She is, but it's a lot more common to eat, like, throughout the day, right?
Yeah, speaking of
Multiple
eating,
times.
we got the mobile cam up with
our
all the
Logan
food.
cam. I tell you what, Logan, go back like about 3 meters so we can get the beginning of that. So basically, you're coming. Remember when he was in the lobby? So if you guys are watching online and if you're listening on the radio, I'm going to hopefully kind of paint a picture for you.
And I'll be able to tell them a little bit about it because I did do this morning.
Yeah. All right. So do a 180. Logan.
There you go.
Let's walk over. Let's walk over towards the food.
No,
turn around.
Other way.
Turn around. Attaboy. There we go. Yeah. Attaboy. So Logan Cam, there's probably about a 3-second delay, but it's not too bad. So you come out of the lobby, which is to his back now, and you see this, this buffet. And first of all, I was like, wow, okay, so there's a lot of dishes. And I thought, all right, well, this is the buffet. It comes with staying here.
So this is the Chinese breakfast part right here.
Tell us about
you have the, what do you call it? The little ball food that we're looking at right now.
What are those called?
You know what's crazy? They mixed in English sausage that Logan's keying in on right now. I think Logan likes the sausage. I don't know. Maybe he does. Maybe there it is. We like that.
Is it Chappao? No, that's not right, is it?
No.
Oh, wait, there we go.
Kitty knows what it is, and I guarantee she's in line.
Cream bun?
Oh, it's a bun. Yeah, it's a bun. So it's a bun that's stuffed with pork.
Yes.
So it's a sweet pork.
And they usually they cook them by steaming them, right?
Yep,
so
that's correct.
Yeah, so those are great.
So I love Logan's name. It's called Walkabout.
Yeah,
so if you guys are watching us on YouTube, whatever, I think you can see it says Walkabout.
That's our Australian Logan right there.
That's the guy. But anyways, this is just part of the buffet you're looking at, and you can tell a lot of it's Chinese food mixed in with some sausages. I mean, who doesn't like
then look at it. Is that an omelet station?
So that is a station where you can have omelets. Now, what's awesome about this is if that station's full, they got another one too. And as Logan keeps walking off to the right here, now you can have super fresh Thai food. And that woman right there, she is so sweet. I love her. She's like bowing to me this morning. I'm like, I'm not going to eat anything.
Awesome.
But today they have beef noodles. They're special of the day. So if you guys want to have some fresh beef noodle, she'll cook it up for you. So yeah, Gracie and Kitty are inside the restaurant already.
Okay, so here's the open. So again, my experience was I just first see that, right, and then I think, and then I come in, and now look at this. There's all this Indian cuisine, literally like 2x the amount of food available is what you're at right now.
Right, and what's cool about this is the chef, which when we didn't prepare this at all, so Logan might end up running into him because he is always lurking around, making sure everything is fresh and full.
Dude, it's a good skadoosh on the customer service.
So the customer service was the one thing I pointed out, and I'm big on that, guys. I mean, coming from America, where customer service, like tips and all that, and you come here and the tip culture is way different. And if you really like it, I mean, I still say tip. Honestly, that's what I say. If you're here and you like the service you're getting, don't hesitate to tip the Thai people. That's fine.
No, I mean, especially at a location like this, right? I mean, there will be a little bit of discussion for not so much anymore, but when they were like first, Thai YouTube channels, the guy would talk about, you tip a Thai person, they're going to get offended, but don't worry about that.
They're not going to be offended.
Okay, so again, there I was. And then all of a sudden, I'm like, okay, so there's twice as much food as Logan just showed you that's outside.
Wait till you see this.
Then he comes inside, and there's now 3 times as much food.
Yeah. And now he's getting to the Japanese food and the curries. So all that lineup on the left, there's all the curries, more Chinese. But you can see there'll be lots of curries here. Yeah. Go ahead and lift that lid up.
People lift the lid. I mean,
people want to see food.
Oh, the skewers. Great work. Gosh. I mean, this is... okay, so now to be fair, nearby is Pascal's. A lot of guys that if you're living here, you've probably been to Pascal's. You're like, okay, that's a pretty good breakfast. And I will say that they have a dynamite, but I'm here to tell you, this one blows it away. It absolutely is such a great presentation along with the customer service.
Is if you stay here, breakfast is included.
Duh.
Breakfast. And we're talking all you can eat, and he hasn't even shown you guys the main course yet.
Yeah.
And
now, can you also get a la carte? Like, can you just go in, they give you a menu, you can order exactly what you want, or is it only this buffet thing for breakfast?
So when I walked in this morning, she said, "Oh, would you like my menu?" And I said yes, because I wanted to see what it was like. And so yes, you can get the menu, but I'll be honest with you, I walked up and down the buffet and saw that they had pancakes and waffles.
Yeah, you were like, I'm done. The waffles right there, dude.
Yeah, and the one thing that Americans come here and complain about is crunchy bacon.
Right.
And they have it.
Of course they do.
Yeah, they
Absolutely.
have it. Skadoosh on the crunchiness.
Skadoosh. Hey, so Kitty, I just saw you. Gracie's over in the restaurant. Do you know where the restaurant is? Okay, so you just go out and qua. Yeah. Just go out there and you go past the buffet. She's inside the restaurant. So that's cool. Yeah.
So, well, she must have been hiding somewhere.
No, I don't know where she was. She was in the back, and then all of a sudden
corner.
she's sitting around. Yeah, I mean, come on. Free food for a Thai. Free food for anybody. I don't care if you're a Thai or not.
Yeah.
Okay, so wait a minute. So what's this section?
So what you guys are looking at right now is they have this charcuterie section where they have
what?
charcuterie.
What does that mean?
Charcuterie.
If I could chuckuteries, could I chuckuteries?
So basically fresh cheese. And cheese, as you know, here in Thailand is hard to come by. And they have like Gouda. They have the
beef pastrami.
Brie, yes.
It's amazing.
Yeah, and they have capicola. Capicola is really amazing. And this is kind of what I had this morning.
Gouda
is
cheese?
The cheeses.
Yeah,
Gouda. I like how you say Gouda.
Is it Gouda?
It's called Gouda.
Okay, fair enough.
Only because I eat that stuff all the damn time.
I know how to pronounce cheese.
Brie
cheese. I can pronounce Brie. Skadoosh on Brie.
A couple girls named Brie.
Skadoosh, ladies and
I
gentlemen.
know a couple of Thais named
Wow, look at that. Wait, is that blue cheese?
Brie. Yep. Demolished.
The reason I'm commenting on it's totally. I didn't know blue cheese was that popular here.
So good.
People absolutely went crazy with it.
Yes, and I was one of those guys. So what you're looking at now, fresh juice. So they squeeze it and everything. Yeah. And as Logan continues on, you'll see where they'll cook like prime rib. Right here, they had pork this morning. Of course, their eggs. And then you'll see on the right there, you'll see some meat. But earlier this morning...
there's your crispy bacon, bro. There you go. Nice work. I love it.
Yeah, Gouda. I know Mariano is saying Gouda, not Gouda. I don't even know what he's saying. Mariano, where in the heck are you? You need to come down and get your Ramiana tickets.
He says it's Gouda, not Gouda. Is that true? Did I seriously pronounce? I mean, he's German. He's German, yeah.
He's German.
Yeah. Let's stick to the bratwurst.
We'll
let the Americans stick to the cheese. There we go. Thank you for that.
Thank you for everybody laughing.
Fragile. Yeah, I appreciate that. Yeah.
But anyways, the service is great here, and it looks like breakfast is starting to wind down a little bit. You can tell people are just eating. The chef's out and about.
Yeah.
And Logan's probably snacking as he's walking along, so I don't blame him.
For sure.
And Gracie says
nice
food
move,
is good here.
There you go.
Love it. And Kitty's on her way. So flag her down. She probably is getting lost somewhere. I don't know.
The sausage does look really, really good. Roger says, you're making me hungry. Well, I tell you what, dude, it's super easy for you to get here. Don't worry about it. Just like cruise on by. I know it's easy to get over here.
Are you talking Roger from...
I'm going to go with Pratchap Currycon. I think that's where he's hanging out right now. Is that true? It's hard for me. Where are you hanging out right now, Roger? I can't remember where you're hanging out. And listening and watching. Thank you so much, by the way, for that.
Right, he's doing both. And we know there's 2 million people potentially listening on air right now, driving around in their Bolts and their
And where
Grabs.
would they be listening?
Right here in Pattaya.
At 95 FM.
95 FM. And it is really the only expat or a foreigner radio station that has us.
Yes. Well done. Way to just slim down that listenership.
I like just saying it has us on it.
Yes.
You know, it is a radio station that doesn't play a bunch of commercials. When it does, it means what it plays.
Yeah.
And you'll never hear back-to-back commercials.
See, and that's the thing,
like if you have Spotify downloaded and for free, because a lot of people don't want to pay the $14 a month.
You're listening to commercials, dude.
Why not download us through the app?
Yeah.
Because we are less commercials than Spotify.
Yeah.
And you get entertained by us.
Just ask us how amazing we are.
And we'll even give away free drinks.
Let's get skadoosh.
Did we break my bell?
So, guys, I hope not. Although I think actually Logan bought me another one to test out, and it's definitely better. So we got to get another one of those. But let's just finish up this. I mean, again, what have we been talking for about 20 minutes? We're still on the breakfast. Look at this amazing. Oh, so that's where Gracie got this muffin for me.
That's what I was telling you. And
loving it.
And you notice there isn't many donuts left. But if Logan could key in on that pink sprinkly donut right there. And the crazy thing is they make those donuts here on site.
Oh, I love it.
Yeah,
I told donuts you. Hanging on. I
told you.
It's like a coat rack of donuts. I love it.
Donuts.
Dude. That's fantastic. Oh wait,
who doesn't like a pink donut? If you're a guy who likes the whole soy half dozen and dozen or whatever, you're gonna like pink donuts.
Yeah, you're gonna like pink donuts.
Bring your girlfriends here. Bring your spouse here. Bring your kids here. Heck, if you got more than one kid from different ladies, bring them here. They'll love the donuts.
Yeah, no judgment by us.
No judgment. I mean, you Americans coming over here, if you're bringing all the kids from the different wives and exes, bring them to the donuts.
This is great food. This is really, really great food. So if you guys don't know where I'm stuffing my face from, actually, we are in what's called the Hub. The Hub is one of the newest, and arguably, I would say, is this the biggest one in town? Yeah. I actually just looked down and I thought, wait a minute, this is like pretty deep, because we were talking about that other one that just opened. That's like literally
right on Second Road in Jomtien.
1/4 the size of this.
Yeah, it opens up in I think 2 weeks or a week. I don't remember the name of it offhand.
How long has this been open, Matt? Over a year? 4 months. Okay, so 4 months, guys. So that's cool. So hey. So you're hearing about it here first on 95 FM. Just tell your friends. No, but seriously, like you walk right in from Second Road and you come in and there's this great co-working space. Free if you're staying here as a guest, right? So that's like totally awesome. They got drinks and it's kind of like got like the whole like, co-working space experience, right?
Yeah.
So and just so you know, the way that it looks right now with like our mobile broadcast studio taking up 25% of the entryway, we're normally not here. So while my ego hates to admit that, there absolutely is a bunch of open space. There's a counter with some great drinks and everything. And then in the back, of course, they have this really awesome room that you can rent specifically like if your team wants to have a discussion,
Yeah. So when I came over in 2019, one of the things that I found was lacking in Pattaya is a place where I could work. As a digital nomad, I needed a place to go to work.
Well, because, look, vacation's one thing. But at the end of the day, the reason that we can vacation and we're not 70 years old and retired is because...
But if you are 70 and you still work...
you can still come. You can still come. We're not telling you to leave. Yeah.
The great thing about where I'm sitting at right now is I have a place where I could work. I could open up my computer. I can get my work done, get paid, and still go out to the Six later on here in about, no judgment, any day now, anytime now.
Or wherever, or you could walk to Benihana, right?
Dude, Benihana.
I think we actually may have to...
I think we're going to have to try that out.
We may have to taste test this Benihana. I think that would be good. Speaking of which, guys, if you're listening around Pattaya and you're cruising by, or you're listening on the radio, or you're even watching us on YouTube or Facebook, if you do come by, I have some passes here for you to go to Benihana. 1,000 baht per person. So come over here with your significant other, and you guys are going to be able to get 2,000 baht off of your dinner. That's going to be amazing. It opens at noon, right? And
do you guys want to know how we feel about it?
Wow, that's a skadoosh right there.
That's how I feel about it right now.
It's I stayed here several years ago. The Benihana that is right above the beach. Actually, do you have a picture of that?
Yeah, let's go ahead.
Of the logo, because I want to make it easy for people once they come here. Yeah, so that's pretty easy, right? So yeah, it's to the beach, it's to the left, and then the Benihana is right there. It's on the second floor. If you're coming up from Beach Road, right as you're approaching the Royal Garden Plaza Hotel, as well as the sort of back entrance, if you will, to the AVANI Pattaya Resort. And so interestingly enough, look at you, way to go. So I tell you what, dump that photo. Let's go to Logan Cam. And let's talk about him being there right as we speak. So what we'll do is we'll put up the...
you want me to share that screen?
Yeah, no, just get rid of the photo that's up there right now. And so what we'll do is we'll bring the video in of Logan over at Benihana. Here, I'll do it. So there we go. So Logan is now walking over in front of Benihana. We actually will show you some video... that Robbie has. Actually, I think this is something that like Logan took earlier, right? But Logan's going to be walking there right now. But if you want, this just like popped into my head, so I know this is like kind of last minute. But I tell you what, guys, why don't we show you a video that we have from before? So Logan's going to be over there live in a few minutes, but right now I just wanted to give you guys what they did gratefully is Kun Asani. She was able to open up the restaurant early just for us so that we could see it. So Logan was able to go over there the other day and show you the facilities, show you the entryway. We want to give you a little bit of an experience because, again, at the end of the day, we realize there are people that are just listening to us on the radio. They're not necessarily watching YouTube or Facebook, but if you are, thank you. Yeah. But if you're just listening on the radio and you're like, what the heck are these guys talking about? What's up with this morning show? Well, again, we're live from the hub. We're over here at AVANI Beach Resort, right there on 2nd Road, in between 2nd Road and Beach Road. And so this up there, this is the Benihana experience. So you can see, obviously.
And why would you go to Benihana? It is an experience.
Well, that's the thing, right? I mean, arguably, you can get fried rice in Thailand. It's available occasionally.
You can get rice in Asia.
You can get like, yeah. But here are the standard, like, I mean, and again, not
and
standard.
There's nothing like this in Thailand except this, by the way.
It's so great.
Check this guy out with the knife.
So you have the entryway there. You have the very custom sort of the cooking area, right, with the chairs around it, and then he's there doing his best impression of trying to not cut himself and maim himself. But these guys are really cool. Oh yeah, and so I mean, again, it's a performance, right? I mean, you look down, he's like, wait a minute, he's not even making any food, but they want to entertain the guests, so it's really awesome. If you've never been to a Benihana, and in fact, Logan even told me that he spent a lot of time in the UK. The last several years before he came over here, he was in London. And I guess they only have the one Benihana over there. I know in San Diego, we have 3 Benihanas just in San Diego. And we would go to it very regularly. And we would be able to like celebrate our birthdays and that thing. Because again, it is a performance. Now, if you're coming from inside of AVANI Resort, then Logan right now is going to be able to show you where to go. Again, super easy to find signage. And you're walking out right now towards Beach Road, and you'll be able to check out the Benihana restaurant. The other thing, too, is they have a cafe here. They have a restaurant here. And then, as we mentioned, we also have the amazing breakfast. Again, breakfast totally included when you stay here. To be fair, the Benihana dinners are not included in staying here. But, no, I mean, again,
they shouldn't be.
It's over and above, right?
They shouldn't be. If you guys are looking for some free food, come here and have breakfast and don't eat until Benihana time.
No, exactly.
Eat just once a day.
Sleep late. Come in, get the thing. Yeah. So on his way to the Benihana, you can see there's also a little cafe there by the beach.
Oh, I never knew about that.
Yeah, it's kind of cool, right?
Smoothies. Mm-hmm. Hey, Logan, can you get closer to the smoothie menu?
You want him to check that out? Yeah. So this is like this sort of the little entry exit way. A lot of people don't know that.
Oh, there's Benihana's right there.
Yeah, Benihana's above him, but he'll show you the smoothie. So they got these 80 baht for a smoothie.
That's why I wanted him to go.
That's a pretty good deal, dude.
I mean, you guys are looking for a deal.
Yeah, that's fantastic. Oh, there she. Hello. She can't hear me, of course, but. Okay, so all this fresh fruit, all these fresh vegetables, able to make you a smoothie just like that.
And she's smiling. I love it.
The Thai hospitality, the customer service here, dude, it's so great.
Because they get it.
Yeah, that's the thing is they do. They totally get it. And again, that's one of the things that we're trying to do, guys. I basically, kind of changed the format a little bit in the sense of like, who we're going to advertise for, who we're going to let you guys know about. The music, arguably, I would say, is the best in Pattaya for a radio station to be able to listen to for a long time. But at the end of the day, we're going to be the 5-star radio station, and we're going to let you know about 5-star experiences and 5-star locations for basically you people who I would label as our 6-star clients.
Correct. And that is what this show is all about.
Yeah.
So, and our studio audience are you guys who are watching on YouTube or Facebook. But you guys who are listening in the cars, the Bolts, the Grabs, download that app, listen anywhere, 24/7. You only hear us about once a week. You know what you're going to hear is nothing but music.
Yes.
USA jams.
Absolutely.
Anywhere from Blackpink. Johnny Cupcakes, just spinning the Blackpink albums and Taylor Swift and all these other. And actually, if you want rock and roll like I like, go to bkk.fm.
Oh, thanks, man. Yeah. Pretty good format like if you like rock, for sure.
And that's the whole thing about this show is that we're giving you the 5-star. What is 5-star here in Pattaya? Because in my opinion, if you're coming over here for the first time, second time, whatever, and you're coming on holiday, why would you go to anything less?
Yeah,
if you live here, heck, I'm going to Benihana.
You can totally. We are definitely going to Benihana. No, we're going to totally do this double day thing at Benihana, dude. I'm really excited about that.
Yeah.
So that's
hope the guy doesn't stab me with a knife.
Well, hopefully he's skilled. I'm going to go with probably hire people that have the skill.
I wonder if the GM here knows if he's skilled or not. Let's see. Does he have his fingers?
I'm sure he's got a food and beverage manager who is in charge of hiring very skilled.
Okay. If he has his fingers, let's see the digits.
Speaking of the GM, actually, so his name is Matt, and he's been incredibly gracious to us. I want to thank you guys. Really, thumbs up, man. Him and his staff, they've been gracious to us. Their IT guy's name is Tiger. Kun Tiger.
I told you I wanted to be named Tiger.
Dude, up top with the Tiger.
Come on, I want to be named Tiger.
That is just giant. They've been helping us out big time. So Logan right now, he's right in front of basically Beach Road, obviously.
This is where Benihana's is
and
at.
He's going up into Benihana. So you see how the gates closed there, guys? So they were so awesome to us. They were able to let us in and give us our own sort of experience. So that's why we wanted to show you the video. We're going to be coming back to Benihana a little bit later in the show. Additionally, as I mentioned, Matt, so we're going to bring Matt on here for an interview, probably in about a half an hour. We'll let him give you his impression of the place, and I know that he's been here and obviously is a leader from my perspective. I'm pretty focused on leadership. You don't get great staff following you around if you're a horrible leader.
No, you don't.
The only way to get great staff to be able to treat the customers in a very mature and expected way for a 6-star experience, basically, is to have great leadership. And so I definitely want to unpack that a little bit and find out what does it take, right, to be a good leader over here, because there's always a different sort of culture, right? Every sort of 5-star experience, there's these different cultures. And what's neat is that before we set up the mobile broadcast studio and we're waving our arms in the air and being really loud, I was able to come over here.
Like Americans.
Like Americans, yeah. I was able to come over here and pretty much experience it like a civilian, and they were equally as nice. It was great.
Who waves their arms more than Americans? I mean, Pattaya's full of immigrants
Italians.
Here. I'm looking at Diamond. He looks excited.
Russians rarely wave their arms. Yeah.
Where's
Italians?
Where's our GM from?
There's Australia.
Matthew. Oh, he's from Australia. Yeah. Does he raise his hands too?
Not much.
No, he's not a hand raiser.
No, he's not. He just kind of looks at you and says, "Don't do that." Don't do that.
Where else do you wear crazy shirts like Mike's over here?
Well, if you're part of the cool kids table, spoiler alert, that's the only thing you're allowed to wear.
If you're part
throwing it out there.
If you're part of the cool kids table, you can buy one of these awesome shirts.
That's true. So I'll tell you what. So we want to talk a little bit about that, because those are our new sort of
the new shirts.
Yeah.
For this year. This year, 2024, you can get a brand new spot shirt. They're about 1,000 baht, but they're polo. They're the golf style. They're you don't sweat in them, even though I sweat. But whatever, we're not keeping track of that. But you can wear them at the golf course, wear them and hang out with us and support the station. And you can go find them on thespot.fm. They won't be out there for about another week or two.
Okay, but you're still pretty great. Awesome.
Yeah, but I will be putting them out there, and you guys can buy them there, and you can look as sexy as me.
Yeah, I don't know if anyone can look that sexy, but it's good to have goals. So Logan right now is walking back through the grassy area. Again, guys, you want to talk about an absolutely wonderful oasis between 2nd Road and Beach Road. This is the place, right? Avani's just so stellar.
Dude,
so Logan, I know you can hear me. What I want you to do, since we're about an hour in, please go find Kun Asani and let's take a look at some rooms, because I want to tell you guys all about these packages that they got coming up. At the end of the day, it's a resort, right? So it's okay, yeah, Mike, there's grass. I get that. That's possible to grow here in Southeast Asia. Yes, we know where Beach Road is. Now you guys know that there's the beautiful Benihana right above there. But more importantly, it's what does the facility look like, and what's available to you guys?
Before you get into the facility, the rooms and all that, I know a lot of people come here. They want to go to bars, but some of the bars are just packed full of annoyingness, and we don't want to talk about that because maybe at nighttime you want that.
Sure.
But over here at the AVANI, do they have a bar where you can kind of hang out?
So, great point. So right now, actually, let me go back to the Logan cam, and I'll show you guys right now. He is at the bar that's right by the pool, right? So obviously you can go walk up just as he's done, and you can get a great drink there, likely with an umbrella, my friend. But right there in front of the pool, you can swim up inside the pool and get a drink there. And that place is just so chill, and it's just been so comfortable to be able to hang out. As you can see, it's right up there, whether you're a kid or an adult being a kid, you can swim right up, get an amazing experience right there, right at the pool. The pool is giant here at AVANI. And I tell you, hanging out there, and you guys saw him walk a little bit back. You can see there's plenty of chairs, plenty of places to hang out.
Perfect.
Obviously, you can get food delivered. Zoom in on the table, Logan, and we'll see the really cool VIP button. and how people are able to order food and have them come right to your table.
Dude, do you like the button? 'Cause I kind of like the button.
Here's why I love it. What's more annoying than being in a place that basically is 5-star with a 6-star experience and having to wave your arms in the air to get someone to come over? All you got to do is press the button.
If you wear a crazy shirt like you're wearing, it doesn't even matter.
See, that's the thing. But not a lot of people are going to be.
Can I buy that shirt?
If you will change your name legally to Johnny Cupcakes, there is a number of things that you can wear. I can tell you right now, it's available. So anyway, great service that they're having here, and we've been experiencing it. We really encourage you guys to come by. We're at the AVANI Pattaya Resort, right over here on 2nd Road, between 2nd Road and Beach Road, next to the Royal Garden Plaza Hotel. So that's the Manao Bar, as in lime. And one of the things, too, that we want to talk about coming up, because we know it's like February. February's almost over, but March, of course, just right around the corner.
Yeah.
Pattaya Music Festival. Speaking of music on the radio, ladies and gentlemen, we got Pattaya Music Festival coming.
I don't know much about the music festival. Can you? I mean, I know this weekend we got Kite Festival.
So that's going to be pretty cool, right? So coming up in, so what is that, about 6 days?
6 days. You can go and watch. I mean, I'm going to have video of it on Walking Ministries Thailand.
Awesome, great.
So you guys can go check that out. But the reason why I bring up the Kite Festival is there's lots of stuff to do. Mike's mentioned the music festival, which I should probably know about it, so I can go do it.
Well, again, it's in March, but I will say,
in March. Okay.
As Logan is coming up, I tell you what, Logan, once you get to the top of the stairs, why don't you cruise to the right, and we'll go down and we'll take a look at the spa. And we'll take a look at the gym, because he's right over there. And actually, I really apologize. I forgot to do that initially. Oh, go to the right there, because people are going to want to see this. This is very Thai, right? So you have this entire selfie station, basically, where you can like sit and take some photos. You can relax as you're checking in or checking out. But then it's really, really cool. So that's there to the right. And then where he's going, he'll end up walking down a flight of stairs. Super easy to get to.
To the gym?
Well, down to the gym, right? But also, more importantly, to the spa. Do you want to go to the gym? Or do you want to?
I'd rather go to the spa.
Should we go back to the donuts?
I'd rather go to the spa with a donut in hand and a drink with an umbrella.
Right.
That's what I want.
So making it very easy for you, of course. What the AVANI Spa is called is the AVANI Spa. Right? Genius.
That's pretty simple.
Absolutely. Still have some specials going on right now. Actually, and to the point of that, you see that magazine that's in front of you guys? That is another magazine very similar in quality and offering to Discover Pattaya. This thing is amazing. They have all of these herbal massages that are inside. You guys are going to see the facility here pretty shortly. Cool. They boast the fact that they have, I want to say, a total of, someone gave me a data sheet on that. Do you have a sheet somewhere that talks about the number of
Let's see what I got.
Rooms?
And while I'm looking, good morning, Alex from Vietnam.
Oh, so, thanks, man.
Alex, I follow him on YouTube, and him and his Thai girlfriend Miley, awesome couple to follow. You guys should check out that channel. And anyways, he's pretty cool. And he's over there in Vietnam, where it's freaking blazing hot.
Oh yeah, super hot over there down in the south.
Really hot. So thanks for tuning in. I appreciate you for tuning in. Let's see what we got on our
That's what I was looking for. Thank you. Yeah, so we have the AVANI fact sheet. So that's sort of the entrance right there. Again, a total of 9 beds, and they really cater to couples, man. It's
you said
really
9 beds?
So they have a total of 9 beds, right, for like the massage beds, the massage platforms. But they have 5 rooms. One of them is a suite, and then they have this really like 3. They have this like deluxe experience. They got a total of 3 rooms for that. And their ability to provide for like couples. Oh, that's so nice, right? So Thai hospitality immediately when you walk in, incredibly warm. They have some lotions there and then aromatherapy and everything. So as you walk in, you'll go past sort of the check-in area. I will tell you that right now, if you guys would like, we have coupons for 20% off. And what they have on them is this QR code. You can basically add them online and make an appointment super easy down there. So as you'll see here in the first room, right, this sort of couples massage experience that I'm talking about, you come in, great linens, incredibly comfortable, very warm, very welcoming, and then you have your own area where you can like wash up. You can say hello to Logan. I will promise you right now, ladies, that if you get a spa treatment, Logan will not be standing there with a camera, so fear not. This is just to give you guys an example of what's there. Yeah, I know exactly. He loves looking at himself. But check it out. I mean, they have this amazing shower, right? So pan up a little bit. You can see the what do you call that giant shower head? Is that called a rain?
Rain.
Right? Rain?
Yeah,
so
the
that's
rain.
Beautiful. Beautiful experience. And obviously the lotion's in there, and you get the scent. So this is kind of the experience, not kind of. This is the experience that you and your significant other would be able to have going there at AVANI Spa.
And you guys keep in mind, I mean, we know Thailand is famous for the cheap massages. This isn't about a discount. This is about an experience.
Thank you for
this
that.
This is a whole different type of experience than, I mean, like for me, I love getting the foot massages here.
Sure.
I pay my 200 or 300 baht, plus I give a huge tip because I think $6 is how we ride.
Right, exactly.
But when I come here to the AVANI to get the spa treatment, it's a legitimate spa treatment.
Pretty much.
It's not.
What you're looking for when you come here, right, is to have a very similar experience that you would get in, say, San Diego, Pismo Beach, right, that sort of thing.
Correct.
Obviously infinitely cheaper, though, which is great. And so, again, if you're driving around and you're seeing, you're hearing us talk about the video, look at Logan, look at where he is. If you want, you can watch on YouTube. YouTube.com/@the-spot Thailand is where you definitely want to watch us. That would be great. But what I'm going to do, hopefully, is I'm going to paint a visual picture of you. So they have a great little entryway there, a great rating area. You saw the couples area. And now Logan is going into one of the rooms that is a little bit more towards the back. But you still get the
Turn
same
on the lights.
You still get the same experience.
You know what's cool, Logan? Those beds. So you see those beds right there?
Right.
They have where you put your face in it. I mean,
dude,
isn't that crazy? We come over here.
It's so simple, right? But I love that because then you don't have to worry about like the stiff neck.
Neck is killing me.
Yeah, no, it's great.
I leave the massage. You know what? I've done the whole massage by the dude, and he steps on your back. Kitty and I went.
Yeah, no,
we were up in Chiang Mai, and we went and got the massage.
Yeah,
and we paid $premium for it. I mean,
at a resort,
Chiang Mai,
thing?
Yeah, at a resort thing, and it was a lady boy who did, and which I don't mind. They got big hands,
yeah, absolutely big feet,
and huge freaking boats.
Plus, afterwards they can fix your transmission.
Those hands were rough, but anyways,
no
hurt
downside.
Sure. I was hurt, and Kitty was hurt.
Okay, fair enough.
So, before we get into our next thing, let's get into our little station identification. Mike's, take it away.
Thank you very much, sir. So, if you guys are listening online, thank you so much. We're 95 FM The Spot. We're the brand new radio station here in town, and as it turns out, we're the best one, just ask me. So definitely check us out at thespot.fm. And the great thing about going to thespot.fm, you'll be able to download our app. It's available for either Apple or Google Play. In there, there's also a total of 3 radio stations. So you go to the new Spot app, thespot.fm, download that. You'll be able to listen to 95 FM The Spot, which is great hit music, along with BKK.FM if you're into rock, because that's out of Bangkok. So if you're up in Bangkok listening right now, BKK.FM for some rock for you, and then our newest property, which is Bangkok.FM, which is awesome dance music.
And lastly, if you're listening to on Walking My Shoes Thailand or Live My Ass Off, wherever you're listening at, wherever you're watching us at, tune into the Spot YouTube channel if you want to be a part of the studio audience and the cool kids table. Check it out. And you know what? We're halfway through our show, and we haven't even touched based on getting fit here.
Speaking of donuts, Robbie. Speaking of donuts.
I can have 2 pink frosted donuts.
And still work it off.
And still take them with me and put them on the barbells.
Yes. Nice work.
So you guys all know I'm trying to lose some kilos.
No, don't worry. You'll find them.
This is...
Yeah, no worries there.
I'll find it.
You'll find the weight you've lost.
I've been looking for it. I look at Diamond right now, and it's embarrassing. The guy's 150 pounds, and I'm like,
slim,
come take some of my fat. And
absolutely,
and that guy can eat.
We could share some of that.
I'm never going to stop talking about it because he can eat, and he eats.
He does. Food. Yeah. No, he does. I agree.
I mean, I always look at what people order, and I've eaten a couple of places with him now, and I swear it's not giant. He orders the best.
Smart.
I rate the food 1 through, 1 being number 1 dish wherever I go because Kitty likes to eat a million things.
Okay.
And I'm like, Diamond, how do you know how to order? Anyways, speaking of food, let's work it off.
Down here at AVANI Fit.
This is a rad-ass gym.
It's nice, dude.
I mean, I got Bam Bam on. Tell us about Jim's Bam Bam.
Yeah,
look at this, dude.
Absolutely.
That dude is in shape. He's like in his 50s, I think, and that dude is ripped.
Well, it's interesting, right? I mean, a lot of people that like, quote-unquote, go on vacation, but they still want to take care of themselves, right? So, yeah, they'll have like a nice meal or whatever, but then they can go down. It's just super, super close to the lobby, and you go down, you get the AVANI Spa right there as you first walk in, but then AVANI Fit. You guys can like totally work off all those donuts that Robbie's talking about. One thing I do want to touch on, the donuts that you ate that you love. Going back to the AVANI Spa, they actually just I completely forgot about this. So again, it's February, but coming up in March, they're going to have this amazing Easter promotion, right? Because we're all like, that's sort of like the next holiday. So Easter's coming up at the end of March.
Okay.
And so from March 1st all the way, the entire month of March, they have this amazing Easter promotion. Check this out, right? Are you ready for this? If you think you like donuts, get this.
I like chocolate.
You get a 30, how apropos, skadoosh. Let me tell you about how much you are going to love chocolate. 30-minute chocolate body scrub. 30-minute chocolate body wrap. And then a 60-minute chocolate massage oil. And then I'm going to show up naked, wrapped in chocolate. And that you get that whole amazing experience for only 2,999 baht. Completely included, like no tax, no fees, no nothing. You guys come here and you basically are getting 2 hours of chocolate.
I love it.
Dude. Is that a little bit of drool?
Oil me up.
Is that what I'm seeing down the side of your face there?
Oil me up in the black stuff.
Yeah, so.
We said the black stuff, black gold. I'm thinking chocolate. I don't even think about the other stuff.
But think about, I mean, it's just like, it's so perfect, right? Because of Easter, right? Obviously, the chocolate holiday.
I didn't know the world celebrated Easter. Is this a world event? I mean, I know in religious retrospect it is.
Sure, right.
We're in a place where it's 87% Buddhist. Which, to be honest with you,
I actually thought it was over 90.
I'm just look at Google.
Oh, fair enough.
Yeah, if we only had a major network.
If there was only a global information network where we could get statistics that, of course, are true because they're on the internet.
That's right.
That would be good.
If it's on Wiki or on Google, must be true.
Must be true.
But the fact that Easter doesn't matter what country you're from, you can still have the celebration here. That's where I was getting to that.
Well, so here's the thing, right? So basically, you got to remember that this is a world-class facility, and so therefore, to expand on world, it's an international destination, right? I mean, yes, Pattaya is international. Destination. But this AVANI Pattaya Resort is specifically designed for people that they want a very comfortable experience. They're basically our 6-star listeners. They're going to want a 5-star experience with a 5-star at a 5-star location, and you're going to be able to get that here. So therefore, they're going to offer these international sort of holidays, if you will, right?
Absolutely.
I mean, you could argue, I mean, Christmas, right? That's certainly not a Buddhist holiday, but it's absolutely,
what is a Buddhist holiday? I mean, I know there's tons of holidays here. In fact, they just opened up a new Wat here, which I'll have video on that.
I'm excited for that. So walking in my shoes, you're going to have
walking in my shoes, Thailand, YouTube. Awesome. I will have that dropping in the next couple of days. And they have this huge celebration. They celebrate holidays different here in Pattaya. I mean, again, it's not only about soy sticks and all these other different party animals.
Definitely
you can go there and grab some culture.
Yeah, for sure.
I mean, stay here at the AVANI, get your spa treatment, go to Benihana, and go get some culture. I mean, just go the dark side and look at my videos, and I'll show you where to go.
The Buddhist experience on a number of levels is so wonderful. Now, I tell you what, Logan, since you're cruising around in the lobby right now, are you able to see Asani and maybe go check out one of the rooms? Because that would be amazing. I would really love to be able to. I'd really love to be able to see that.
Okay. Yeah, sure. We'll do a room. Double audio.
So if somebody is hearing us double audio, I don't know if that means Mariano. You're going to have to tell us.
Right, yeah. Clarify that for you, if you would. I really appreciate it. And he's listening on YouTube, so thank you for that. Yeah, but I guess he might be... do we have like the speakers on or any of these? I don't think we do. I mean, you might have that unmuted or something. But regardless, thank you. As you guys know, I'm actually pretty anal about the whole like audio-video experience. But
maybe that's better.
So, okay.
I think I had something going on.
Fair enough. Thank you, Mariano. So, so Logan, okay, so awesome. So Logan right now is over by the elevators, meaning once he gets into that Faraday cage, which of course is the elevator, he's going to be able to show us some rooms, I think.
What are we looking at right now? 8 attractions must visit.
So here's what's interesting, right? So we're here, obviously, AVANI Pattaya Resort, but like right next to us, right, is the Ripley's Believe It or Not. So you can have like that experience over there. But so there's all these attractions that are up there. The Royal Garden Plaza Hotel, been here for a number of years. But yeah, so Logan, if you get into the elevator, that means I'm going to assume that you are able to go up into the rooms. I actually just turned your audio on here for a second. Okay, so Logan, so you're gonna head up to, where are you heading right now, dude? 9th floor or 10th floor?
We're going to like first.
No, I guess
we're not grabbing him, but that's all right. He's headed up somewhere, and check who he's got the view on right now.
Yeah,
Miss Not So
she
Shy.
was really shy, but she can't hear us, so that's cool. So we can like talk wonderful things about her just by standing there. So yeah, so what they're going to do?
She's so pleasant.
She's a great lady.
She's
Kun
awesome.
Asani. Oh my God, she's been so wonderful to us, and I want to thank her so much. Okay, so now they're heading up in the elevator. Once they get to I think the 9th floor or the 10th floor, then what we're going to be able to show you guys is a couple of different rooms.
Yeah,
as
we'll talk about that. Yeah, and before we get there, I love well-rounded. Looking at the gym, going, "Hey, gym looks great." Well, with a name like Well-Rounded, I think a gym is appropriate.
Yeah, if you've got the tummy there,
I'm well-rounded.
You are absolutely.
I mean, dude, we can go have donuts together and work out with barbells
and donuts
and chocolate poured all over your body.
What if you were to make donuts out of, let's say, I don't know, chocolate? Up top.
Ooh,
how we doing there?
Like it.
I know. Genius move, don't you think?
Yeah, give me some cream.
Okay, so these guys are going to be walking out of the, they're going to be walking out of the.
Audio.
Okay, there we go. Okay, sorry about that. Thank you very much for that. I apologize. That was my fault. So basically now we're back. So anyway, so where we are right now is we're on the 9th floor. On the 9th floor in this sea view room, again, they have 60 of them. It's 38 square meters, and basically you can fit up to 3 adults in there. They're obviously going to be able to show you guys all of the options. 38 square meters.
Oh, that's plenty.
No, it's definitely good size, man. Definitely good size. Gorgeous balcony.
Oh my gosh,
right?
Look at that view.
Yeah, no, that's fantastic. Yeah, and they have a little. Did you see the little sticker there? The reminder. Hey, by the way, dude, if you leave this door open,
you might have a mosquito.
You might just get a mosquito here and there. Yeah, so be careful for that.
And that happens, you guys. If you're looking at the imagery right now, I mean, this is not like any old Pattaya hotel.
No,
this is a tropical paradise.
Look at that down there, dude. I mean,
and there's not like soy dogs down there, so you're not going to be attacked.
All the greenery, giant pool, right? I mean, just such a wonderful experience.
And down there is where you're going to be eating. I mean, this is, you don't even have to leave the resort. We got restaurants. They got Benihana. They got the spa treatment. I mean, if you just want to bring visitors back, I mean, this place is a place to do it.
Right down there, that's where you go into your breakfast area.
That's right. You can hang out here all day long. So if you want a place where you can come and relax and really have that 5-star experience, and I highly, highly recommend doing that on your first trip, your second trip, and if you just want to relax and just be away from
the noise.
If you want to be away from this.
Yeah, I mean, because there's a lot of that here.
There's a lot of that here, and that's fine. It's just down the street. You can walk. You know, you could be not so sober, and not that we know that, but you know, you could walk right over here and sleep it off.
Yeah, absolutely. You could totally get that. So there's your sea view room. Again, 60 of those rooms available here. I tell you what, Logan, why don't you back out? Let's head up to the 10th floor. Let's see what these guys have on the 10th floor. I want to check out a suite. I want to see.
Ooh, that wasn't the suite.
No, I know, right? But I want to check out a suite and see what kind of the experience is there.
Now, you stayed here.
I have, actually.
So let's talk about that as Logan's walking up.
So, interestingly enough, I'm trying to think of...
What year was that?
Oh, boy. That was several years ago.
And you were here as a 2-week billionaire. Wasn't that my understanding? Is that there was no shyness going on. I mean, look at this dude's shirt.
In baht, it was probably close to $500 million. Yeah, it was a little bit too expensive. But as you can see there, right? So remember that walkway I told you guys about?
But you had a 5-star experience.
I had absolutely a 5-star experience.
I mean,
it was fantastic. I was at one of the rooms in the front actually, and I think it was I think I'm gonna go with. It's gonna be called Sea View Corner Suite. I'm not totally sure what it was called back then, but I can tell you that I had this balcony that went out, and it almost had like a 90-degree to it. The balcony actually was even longer than, it was about the same length as the room. So in other words, you came down the hallway, you entered, and then it was gorgeous, and then it was awesome bed, sliding glass door, went out to the sliding glass door, and it was huge. I mean, I would say that the balcony was probably like 15 to 20 square meters.
Wow.
It was giant, you know.
This is a great view that Logan, our cam, is taking right now.
And look at all this old wood, dude. I mean, is that just like so classic? Look at those railings. I mean, it's like that deep, rich teak, you know, that you get for like your Thai experience. And again, as we talked about, it's like, yeah, look, I can find a mattress, I can find some, you know, nice sheets, but this is an experience.
Yeah, it's an experience where you come here and you don't need to leave.
Exactly.
So it's not like, I mean, you guys, and there's nothing wrong with some of the places I stayed at. It wasn't quite as luxurious as this place. You know, we're not saying that, but what we're saying is you want a place to really relax, a place to really get your spa treatment, to really get treated like a king.
Yeah.
Or you want to bring a special someone over and make sure she's treated like a queen.
Absolutely.
I mean, maybe she is a queen. I don't know.
Hey.
I don't know. It
no
depends
judgment.
on where you can. No judgment. Wherever you're going, wherever you're at, you can come here and have that experience. And you know what's going to happen is in about 10 minutes, we're going to bring a special guest on, and they're really going to lay into and they're going to talk about this whole experience here in a way that we can't really express because
now,
I haven't stayed here.
I see some incredibly festive and colorful drinks coming. My first question, unfortunately, needs to be, is there any alcohol in this? No alcohol?
No,
okay, good.
No alcohol.
Because a lot of people are like, Mike, you're overweight. No, turns out I'm pregnant. So no alcohol for the kid. So this,
where's my beeper for that one? Come on.
Okay, tell you what. Since you actually can drink alcohol and
this isn't alcohol.
Not end up in jail. No. There's no alcohol. But it does look. Do you have umbrellas?
They do have umbrellas.
Can you get us umbrellas? That would be amazing. How do you say Kitty? How do you say umbrella?
We got Sanam right
in
here.
Thai. Oh yeah, I'm sorry, Sanam. How do you say lom? L-O-M. L-O-M.
Lom-mak-mak.
Yeah.
There we go. I'm speaking my Thai. That's about as far as Thai as I go.
You'd have to say mak-mak.
Okay, so mak-mak
just so you guys know, we're going to be doing 2 to 3 things at once here. So basically what we have is we have our new amazing drinks. Thank you so much.
There we go.
Yeah, there you go. Let's do it ka-ching. Let's not spill it on the $2,000 mixer.
Yeah,
not that I know exactly what I paid for, but... Oh, dude. Festive.
Wow.
All right.
Holy cow, this is really good.
It really is good. Yeah, thank you for that interlude. But I tell you what, as we're having our cool and refreshing beverages that obviously came from the pool bar, I want to show you guys the 1-bedroom suite. So these are 70 square meters. They have a couple of these available here. And just 70. So you know, they have a grand total of 300 rooms here. And so the ability for this one, still only 3 adults, basically. You know, you can do the whole, like 2 adults, 1 child. But look at the size of this bed.
You can bring 3 adults in?
Well, I mean...
That could be fun here in Thailand.
It says you can do 3 adults or 2 adults and 1 child. So I suppose if you're open-minded, you know, you could be like...
3 adults in a video camera. You guys, I'm not like judging anybody.
Not that there's anything wrong with that.
I do not judge anybody. Just do what you got to do.
Here's what's interesting about this is they, you know, obviously they have rooms that are sea view rooms, right? They don't even call this a sea view room. Yet, look at the view of the sea. Dude, how cool is that? It's not just a couch out on the balcony.
Couch, yeah.
It's like this hanging, it's like a fort. This is so cool, dude. It's like suspended from the ceiling on... that's so cool the way that they did that. I mean, that's so simple, right? You just like add that looks just like absolutely gorgeous.
Do we have sound back by any chance?
Let me see if I can get Logan's sound back. You want to talk to him?
No, I just saw the comments. We got no sound from Well Rounded.
I think that was a while ago. That may have cut out. But we should be going right now. We should be the infamous 5x5.
All right, guys. Man, that is really awesome. So if you guys can't see that because you're in your Bolt or in your Grab, but if you're at home, you should be able to see it if you're tuning into the Spot YouTube channel. But if you cannot see it, why don't you come on by? Well, I got some tickets to give away. I got some stuff to give away. Come on by the AVANI. You have 45 minutes to come on by.
Yes.
Get your freebies. Maybe get a drink. I don't know. We got a pretty good little studio audience happening right now. But
we do.
You know what? We got some people online. Just come on by. and get what you want to get, and here you go. And check out this view. I mean,
so
you can enjoy
gorgeous
the day.
view from the 1-bedroom suite we got right now. Again, 70 square meters. You can fit up to 3 adults in there. Awesome view. You can still see the beautiful grounds and the grass and everything down there. That's just like sort of great. Pan up if you would, Logan. And look at that view. Sea view, guy. By the way, I'm having a great, cool, and refreshing beverage. That's the nice thing about just like maybe listening on the radio or something like that. You can definitely hear me drinking the cool and refreshing beverage. You may not be able to see it, but boy, oh boy, can you come over here and enjoy it.
It's good.
So we got some...
I would share with you, but, no. I don't want to share.
Yeah, I know you don't. Oh, okay. Dude, I'm an only child. It's like literally not even in my DNA.
I know. Who wants to share?
I don't know how to share.
I don't want to share it all in
Pattaya.
Cool I don't care where I'm at.
Look at that, dude. They got this. They got they got your own bar basically set up there on the balcony. Nice touch with the flower beds right there. So comfy.
So this is a 70 square meter room with its own bar, its own swing, and you don't even have to leave the room if you don't want. And you can bring multiple guests.
Kitchenette.
I mean, this is awesome. This is awesome.
Yeah, totally awesome.
Complete Pattaya experience right here off Beach Road and Second Road. Come check it out.
I am loving this, dude. That looks
and
like
it is a 5-star. And just, you guys, I mean, we are talking about this quite a bit.
Yeah.
Let's be crystal clear. We're not pitching anything but 5-star experiences, period.
Yeah.
There's none of this, hey, what's the best deal I can get in Pattaya?
How do I live for 1,000 baht a month?
There's about 1 million YouTube channels. You can get that.
Totally.
And that's not what this is about. This is showing you guys 5-star experiences, letting you guys experience through us as we're having our mocktails and hanging out, 5-star restaurants, 5-star buffet, probably the best buffet in Pattaya.
It's so huge. I mean, that is just such an amazing breakfast buffet. So he's showing you that. I know, right? Got a tub, of course. Not as common here in Thailand. You get a lot more showers, but definitely
they
the
have
tub
both
there.
a rainfall
shower and a bathtub area. So that's fantastic. Yeah, they have like all the. They have the scented shampoos. I gotta tell you, I mean, I like shampoo, but at the end of the day, I really like being bald. It is so efficient. It is just like, I just go in there, one sweep, and I am like
done.
So much, done. It's great. So this place has been around for a while, actually. And when they opened as an AVANI, November 1st, 2016. So that was right around the time that I was here. So, I mean, I got to tell you guys, from firsthand experience, it's absolutely fantastic. But look at this suite. It's so neat. I love how, like, the bedroom area is separate from, like, the living room area and the kitchenette area. So you can see, obviously, you got the TV here. Now, again, he's on 4G, and he's inside of a room. So the video may cut out in and out a little bit. Right now, you're pretty good, Logan. But it's definitely something that I want to be able to show you guys as he walks through there. Look at this kitchenette experience, man. That is just like so cool. He's got the... You got time? You going to bring him on?
Yeah. We're going to bring on Matthew here. You're going to explain about the room real quick. We're going to go ahead and swap out.
Perfect.
And I'm going to get Matthew set up so you guys can ask questions. If you're on the YouTube chat or if you're in a bowl, you're in a grab, come on by. We're going to have Matthew come on here in about 2 minutes. But go ahead and Mike, that room is huge.
70 square meters, and it's basically on the 10th floor, guys. So, I mean, amazing views, right? But as you can see, I mean, you almost have the opportunity to entertain. So you're able to come in and like sit down. You've got a little kitchenette area there, and you've got almost like a dining room table, a couch, obviously. And look at these hardwood floors. Those are gorgeous. Dude, pan down to, look at that. Oh my goodness, that looks phenomenal. That's definitely got to be, I think that's upgraded since I was here. That just looks phenomenal. Okay, so what we're going to be doing is we're going to be talking to the guy who's in charge of absolutely everything. And just throw those on there if you would, my friend. And first of all, I want to say a big thank you and welcome.
Thanks, Mike.
I'm glad you're here, man. So this is Matt. Matt's the GM. And I was just noticing that basically the AVANI opened 2016, November. So was that you? Were you here for that, or did you just come recently?
No, in actual fact, I was working prior to the rebranding.
Right.
Because, many people that have been in Pattaya for a long time know this as previously as the Marriott.
Fair enough.
Marriott Pattaya. So I was actually here for almost the last 2 years of that being before it got converted to an AVANI.
Okay.
they decided to send me away to Vietnam to get a little bit more experience, So then when it was my time to return, I knew what I was doing.
Now, let's be clear. The statement that he just made, if you're just joining us, he's not talking about 1971.
That's right.
Because that would have been a pretty bad thing. They sent me away to experience Vietnam. If I ever made that statement with my mom when I was in high school, she would have been very terrified. But anyway, but that's good though, right? I mean, then you came back here with that experience and you're like, dude, I'm going to knock this out of the park. Because quite frankly, this place is really nice.
Yeah, look, it was a great opportunity for me to come back, and I was actually in Thailand at the time. I was down at running our AVANI Plus Hua Hin property, and then I got the call to come up here, and it was great because it was like a homecoming. I worked in Pattaya the very first time when I moved to Thailand in 2008.
Okay.
So it was like a homecoming for me, and I think I mentioned to you the first day I walk in and I look around the table at the morning brief, and I knew every face.
They're all like, "Where you been?
Yeah.
We missed you, man." So the interesting thing is that I just got a message that says change camera. Why did I get that message? Because I think we look great, but just ask me. That's all right. Cool. So all right. So you came back and you've been doing this place now. I didn't realize you mentioned AVANI Hua Hin. So how many AVANIs are there? Because I mean, I know that this is part of a group that is like world class, and you guys have a number of brands. But let's just stick to AVANI for right now.
At the moment, we're at 8 AVANIs in Thailand.
Okay.
Again, when I first joined Minor Hotels, AVANI wasn't yet created.
Okay.
So there was 34 hotels within our group at that particular time, and now there's 540. I was
going to say you got a few more.
Yeah. We expanded slightly.
And so, so the guy, speaking of leadership, I know you're the leadership here, but you mentioned Minor, right? Minor International, if you guys don't know what he's talking about, which is actually a public company, correct?
That's right.
They're on the Thailand Stock Exchange, right? So what is that, SET?
They're on the Thai Stock Exchange under Mint.
That's right.
Mint is us.
Yeah, Minor International.
And we're very proud of our Thai roots. Our founder and chairman, Mr. Heineke, came here as a young man with his family, and he decided to change the world, and he literally and,
for the better too. Let's be clear.
Correct.
Yeah.
And grown amazing Thai hospitality.
Right.
Initially in Thailand, but now globally.
Yeah, for sure.
Which is a great. It's a great story, and we continue to grow it.
Well, it's nice, and as you said, continuing to grow, right? Because I mean, it's one thing to be able to say, okay, I've got something steady. It's like the status quo. I can do this, but it's another. I'm certain that you saw the article that came out recently, right? That Minor Hotels, you guys are investing a few bucks.
Just a few.
Can we say the number? I mean, it was published, right?
Well, we're looking at another 200 to 250 hotels within the next 3 years.
3 years.
So that's
crazy.
That's a very very wide, ranging growth, let's say.
Sure.
But it's totally doable because what we've seen in the short period of time, certainly the last 7 years, we grew overnight by 350 hotels.
Yeah,
so
right.
It's possible, and of course we're always looking for what's new.
So great segue. So speaking of that, I don't know if you did that intentionally or not, but what's new? So this is the hub. Now you said you have 8 AVANIs in Thailand, right? As far as I know, this is the only hub, the only co-working space.
Yes, we're the first property to actually come up with the initial design for this, and working closely with our team up in the corporate office. But we want to continue to expand. Hotels never stay still.
Yeah,
they always evolve.
The successful ones, right? I mean, let's be clear. Yeah.
Correct. We had a great opportunity to convert a previous space that had been underutilized.
Right, agreed.
And then be able to come up with something that's on trend, but also can become part of the DNA of what AVANI Hotels is.
That's great. Yeah, because like Robbie was saying, I mean, sometimes you go to sometimes I go to hotels because I can kind of be a cheap prick sometimes. But I mean, you go there and they're like, hey, we can print your boarding pass in the front desk. It's just like, well, congratulations, right? But I mean, here, so you got this co-working space. How big is this actually?
This particular space, we're looking at about 180 square meters.
I was going to say 200, but I'm like, well, maybe I'm not. Yeah, so about 180 square meters. And like from where we are, guys, if you're coming by, basically y'all walk through. Now, down at the end, you have a special conference room, right? And in there, you get the AV and everything like that. That's fantastic. Now, this is free to anyone who's staying here.
That's right.
That's great.
Completely free. And then for residents who are looking to get out of their own office or get away from their home. There's so many people working remotely these days. And I think you touched on it before, digital nomads. This is a great space. So they can come in, they can pay a fee, they can utilize the space up to 12 hours and have free tea and coffee and soft drinks along the way as well. So it's great because you're looking at the view out here. It's nothing better than looking at a tropical garden.
Yeah, no, absolutely. I completely agree. Okay, so wait a minute. So let me clarify. So if you're just a resident and you come by, you can use it for 2 hours?
Yeah. If you want to use it for 2 hours, you want to use 1 hour, you want to use it for 8 hours,
that's fantastic.
It's here.
Now, again, I mean, it may just be easier to keep the doors unlocked, but you're open 24 hours?
Yeah. It's basically 24 hours. A hotel never sleeps.
Thank you. And one of the things that Robbie mentioned is you guys get it, right? Because, I mean, again, it's like if I show up at 2 in the morning, my money's as green as the next guy. Like, I want to be able to get a good... And quite frankly, if I'm with a startup, I got my best ideas at 2 in the morning. I want to be able to go somewhere, get decent Wi-Fi. And if you guys care, if you're into tech and that sort of thing, I did do a speed test when we got here because, of course, we needed to connect and everything. About 800 megabits down, right? So, I mean, you got solid glass into here, right? So fiber. So that's great. So, okay, so 4 months, you said?
4 months.
Okay. Now, as far as the property goes, I know that... I've spoken to other hoteliers, right, and other businesses, and they've been talking about the infamous high season. Whenever I talk to you, the date is irrelevant. Like, you're being really successful here, right? Do you have a plan? Did you plan to do it that way? Or are you just like, man, like you said, we were underutilizing this space, but now that we have Benihana, and now that we have, like, all this stuff, people just, like, show up here. Like, it was Tuesday, and you're at, like... 85%, man.
Sure.
I mean, not to, put a red on your face, but I mean, obviously you must be doing something right.
Yeah, look, I think that, hotels, the beauty of a hotel is that it is never the same day twice.
Okay, good to know.
And as a result of that, what you have is you have to have a very strong commitment to your guests.
Okay.
And you always have to be forward looking.
Right.
When you're having let's say you're having a very busy occupancy, and Pattaya for many, many years has always run around the same type of level of occupancy. We haven't seen it for a few years, of course, during COVID.
Sure.
But what we see is a strong rebound with that. So it's about getting out ahead of that and getting ahead of the curve and understanding that what's changing, what's evolving in hospitality, not only from a service standpoint, but also from a guest experience standpoint.
Okay.
And we focus a lot of time onto guest experience and what can we do next, what can we be looking at, as well as just be involved in the day-to-day running. So I think for us, because we have been such a presence in the local communities.
Right.
We opened in '91.
Yeah.
And you go back, and actually it was the very first hotel in Minor Hotels.
Really?
The very, very first.
Nice job, Bill. Yeah. Good choice.
So so it's evolved, continuing to evolve, and. What we see is a lot of changing demographic from a guest mix, different nationalities coming into Thailand. And yes, there's a pent-up demand for Thailand.
It's still, because I mean, when was COVID? You don't really, because we're not living in it at all anymore.
No.
So it's so far in the rearview mirror, but you're still finding people that are like, okay, finally, I can get out and I can come to a resort. So when you said like different changing in demographics and that sort of thing, I think, is it a true statement that after COVID or potentially even during COVID, hospitality realized that there is a lot of Thai domestic tourism? A lot more potential, and there's certainly more now than there was before.
Huge.
So because of that, and I mean, obviously we're broadcasting down here 95 FM and then the spot.fm, but we're also bkk.fm and bangkok.fm. So the people from Bangkok, are you seeing a lot of them coming down during the week, or are they just like, no, they need a getaway, they come down here Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday? What's sort of the mix of that?
Well, the Thai domestic market is extremely important to us. It's top 5.
Nice.
That's great. Which is great. And COVID was an opportunity for a lot of domestic tourists to actually rediscover the areas that they hadn't been to for quite a while, and then they fell in love with it, and that continues. We continue to see that. So it's predominantly weekend driven. But what we see is, we see a lot more shift towards longer weekends.
Okay.
And we know in Thailand we have a lot of long weekends.
There's a couple of Mondays off. Yeah. Right.
Which is great for hotels.
Sure. Okay, so are they coming? Do you find that they're like coming down from Bangkok, and or is it like all over Thailand?
All over Thailand.
That's great.
We have some really. Strong numbers which come out of the north of Thailand.
Okay.
Chiang Mai, Chiang Rai, coming down because they're coming down to see family.
Right.
And then they say, well, okay, don't come down for 2 or 3 days. Let's come down as a family, meet everyone, and stay for a longer period. So
that's great.
That's great. And I think that again, it's one of the things that we've worked very hard with and on with the team is how do we continue to drive Thai tourism, Thai travelers to Pattaya. And, the first time I came to Pattaya in 2008, it was a completely different landscape to what it is today.
For sure.
And, and a lot of the hotels that are now very popular here in Pattaya, rather, that's helped grow the domestic market into Pattaya, because Pattaya at the end of the day is a fantastic 1 day, 2 day, 3 day getaway. And now with all the water parks, with the golf, with the beaches, with places like Bang Sarai, you have some of the other areas which Sirishar, for example.
Yes.
Even going out that way, Bang San is hugely popular.
Yeah.
They've all developed these markets for the Thai traveler, and that has a flow-on effect to Pattaya as well.
Because arguably, I mean, it's no secret, right, that there's this sort of party sort of atmosphere, right, attached to Pattaya or whatever. And of course, this place is great because it's right in the middle of that. But the minute you walk like to the top of step number 6, you're in this AVANI paradise. So to those other locations that you mentioned, does AVANI have properties in those, like these other 7 you said, or 6?
No, not at the moment.
Okay.
I mean, our development team's constantly looking at that and looking at what would be a viable option. So I'm sure that in the pipeline there'll be something coming along, but maybe a bit too early to talk about that. Bangkok is continuing to expand.
Okay.
I mean, Bangkok is.
There's an AVANI in Bangkok. I don't.
Yeah, sure. So we have the AVANI. We have the AVANI Plus Riverside.
Okay.
Which is adjacent to the Anantara Riverside. Which many people would know.
Also your brand.
Also our brand,
Minor.
Anantara.
Yeah. Right.
So a nice cluster there of 2 properties. We have the AVANI Sukhumvit.
Okay.
Which is fantastic because it's right on Nut.
Oh, perfect. Got it. Okay.
Personally, I love staying there because it's an easy destination from Pattaya.
Right.
And you can jump on the SkyTrain and you're everywhere.
And it's just far enough away from the central business district, right?
Sure,
so it's like,
correct.
look, at Sukhumvit traffic is a disaster. Even during COVID, quite frankly, it was bad. But I mean, you get out past on Nut, and it's like, okay, I don't know how long have you been in Thailand?
Since 2008.
2008, okay. I know when I first came here, like if you were going to On Nut, people are like, whoa, that's like way far away, And now it's like basically right in the middle. But that's really nice because On Nut is, close enough. But that's good. And you're right, it's a super easy jaunt from down here. So, okay, I wanted to ask you, so we were in the Benihana, and I can understand that you guys, obviously you clean things regularly, but it looked quite new. Is that a remodel? Has it been moved, or
we did move? We we were inside the plaza for many years, inside Royal Garden Plaza, which is adjacent to the hotel. You just walk straight in there.
Yeah.
So we moved from there, and that would have been around the time that we, around 2017, 2018.
Oh, okay.
We relocated onto the beachfront.
Got it.
And we've been there ever since. And again, hotels, you're constantly looking at remodeling.
Definitely.
Benihana is very traditional in the sense of the way it looks.
Yep.
But it's a great experience. As we say, it's the best entertainment you can have.
Entertainment. I was actually kind of wondering, I'm like, they got to have like some cool name for that or whatever, right?
Yeah.
Now, as I mentioned, if you guys want to come by or anything like that, hit us up online or whatever, because we do have, you mentioned water parks. We got a couple of passes for Ramayana. I also got some great coupons for you guys for Benihana, as he was mentioning. But I mean, the other events that are happening here, the golf courses you mentioned. Now, I'm not a golfer, so this is going to be a bunch of ignorant, questions kind of thing. But I mean, there's 26 golf?
There's 32. 32.
So a few.
Yeah, within about 45 minutes of where we are today. So look, golf is a huge element of the experience of coming to Pattaya.
For sure.
And golf is coming from all over the world. We like to think that we've got a great setup for golfers because, you come off the golf course, you have a shower, you head straight to the pool, you go straight to the pool bar, and you talk with your mates about, the 6 under that you shot on the golf course.
I was going to say, right. I was like, remind me, it's the lower number that's better, right? I was totally clear on that. So you've been here, and again, thank you for coming by, because I know it's Sunday. I really appreciate it, and thank you so much. Your staff, if they're not all here, they've been just stellar. I mean, they really are fantastic. And so to that, I mean, there's a culture here, right, at this organization. And you've put in this new thing, the hub, right? So, I mean, when something like that happens, is the staff like, wow, this is like really cool? Because I got to tell you, I mean, they seem to know everything about everything. It's not like a new hub. They're so engaged, with the people. And so, I mean, have they been here a long time? It seems to be a lot of longevity. I was talking to...
Gunasani,
20 years.
20 years.
Right? And I mean, and then you've been here since 2008, obviously Thailand, but then also 2006.
21 I came back. Yeah.
So you came back in 2021, and the world was a little bit delayed. What was it like? I mean, were you just like, oh my God, this is, I have a blank slate. I can knock this out of the park because we can really try some new things, right? You said the changing. That must have definitely been great here, huh?
No, it was great because I mentioned at the start that when I walked in on day one, I looked around the table and everyone was there.
Yeah,
and
they're like, we've been here, dude. Where you been?
Yeah, that's it. So so there was. When you move to a new property, you spend a lot of time getting to know your team.
Right.
So and that takes time to ramp up and everyone to become familiar. Everyone knew me and I knew them.
That's great.
We were able to really from day one hit the ground running, so to speak.
That's awesome.
And during COVID, we started. Because we were an alternative quarantine hotel.
Right.
So we had one section which was available for quarantine, and then the other half of the hotel was for normal guests.
Okay.
We were able to separate this completely. So, we had some very clear ideas. We worked together on that. But the key to change is being inclusive. You have to include all the team because
I love it.
Especially when you have team members who have been in the hotel sometimes longer than you've been in the industry. Fair
point.
So they can have the opinion that they know what's best.
Sure.
But it's about understanding who they are and what they want to see, and then how to bring them on board. And once we started, we could see the momentum as it gathered and gathered and gathered, and then that has led us to having pretty much a complete change of look and feel of the hotel,
right?
Which was very important for me. Coming from a brand new AVANI.
Oh, plus you saw it.
That's right.
You're here for it.
So that was the great element, and I think that now the team they understand that change is part of what we do every day. So we don't need to keep things in such longevity for a long time, and we can have that freshness. And talking specifically about the point here with the hub, because this was a 3-month build. for it, and we really revamped it.
Right.
But what we made sure of is that everyone was coming through having a look, so they built in the excitement of what's happening. I want to see what's next.
I wondered, because I mean, do you give them a brochure? No. So wow. So 3 months, they just saw it transform.
That's right. And,
that's cool.
And prior to opening, as things started to come into almost the final completion, we opened it up and we invited all the team members to come in and to be able to see it. And we had briefings. And then when we did, just everything was complete. We had basically 3-day workshops. So we brought in all the team over those 3 days, and we showed them how you can use the hub and how our guests can utilize the hub.
Right.
And then after that, they're the communicators. I'm just one guy.
They take it from there, right?
That's right. And then that's great.
So this is great. So we're taking a look right now, actually, with the Logan mobile cam. And so what you guys can see if you're watching on YouTube, Facebook, that sort of thing, is that they have these individual sort of, team meeting, right? So you and a couple of buddies, you can sit there and talk, get a little bit of privacy from the guys next door. Again, awesome. Okay, this hardwood flooring here that I also noticed was up in the suite. Is this, do you import? This is amazing. I mean, this isn't cheap wood, bro.
So when we did the redesign, one of the important things was this is, timber has been here since it got built. So we're talking 1991, this timber has been here. And,
can't get that anymore.
When you talk about sustainability here, it would be very easy to just rip this up and to put something in their concrete floor or what have you.
Sure, right, yeah.
But look at this. It's just beautiful timber, and Thailand has such beautiful timber. This was quite simply, make it sound very easy. It was a 2-week job,
right.
But we stripped it all the way back to its natural state.
Wood.
And then we came in and we did color selections and everything that we knew would want to match this area.
Right.
So that's what we did, and then we started to put it on, and then you see the product today, and it's just beautiful.
Awesome.
I love walking on timber.
Yeah.
For some reason.
No, exactly. I mean, again, you get that feel, right? And then arguably you're like, okay, well, I'm not in the office. Like, there's no fluorescent lighting here hanging down, right? I mean, it's just like, you're like, okay, this is better than my living room. I'll hang out here, do this. So first of all, to that point, thank you so much for making this available to us. And if you guys don't know, we're actually going to be here once a month doing live shows and telling people about all the new stuff. Obviously, it's February now. We got some great specials coming in March. We'll remind you guys about, as well as April, of course, Songkran. But one final thing that I absolutely have to ask you about is the breakfast. Okay, so you've lived here a while. And guys like us, we like to go out and have a really good breakfast every now and then. Okay, is that like the biggest breakfast in the whole? It's enormous, Matt. I mean, you've got literally every continent served, and it's included. I mean, you got to be proud of that, buddy.
Sure, absolutely.
That's fantastic.
Our goal is to one day you can just walk from reception, you can start breakfast from reception and walk 150 meters and you'll end up in the breakfast room. That's a goal of mine.
That's the goal. Okay, fair enough.
But no, look, honestly, I think again, we're really fortunate. I don't say lucky. We're really fortunate to have an executive chef and a number 2 chef who get it.
Right.
And they understand that breakfast.
Sure.
We always grew up, breakfast is the most important meal of the day.
Right.
You got to start the day right.
Yeah, right.
And people love to try different cuisines.
Right.
So when we have a Korean guest or Japanese guest coming in and then they're going straight to the Indian station.
Sure.
It's fantastic.
Yeah.
And vice versa.
Right.
We all love to eat what used to be international food.
Right, sure.
But in actual fact we've gotten a lot cleverer, and a lot more diverse in terms of what we eat.
For sure.
I know myself, I love to walk in and once a week I'm having a dosa for breakfast, and
that's great.
And then everyone else knows I get scrambled eggs. But
here's the boss. Scrambled eggs, guys. Make sure they're good. Yeah, that's great.
But the diversity is very, very much a key, because when you think of it, Asia is really unique in the style of the food that you can have access to.
Right.
Whereas when we're at our home, or we go to a hotel, even in our home countries, the breakfast is okay, but it's pretty stock standard wherever we may live.
Yeah.
So when you travel internationally, one of the great things is that you've got a diversity of food.
Yeah.
And that starts for breakfast for us.
I love it, man. I love it. Matt, thank you so much again for allowing us to have this, for your staff, for these amazing drinks, and for the interview. It's really great talking with you, man. I really appreciate it.
Pleasure.
We're gonna bring Robbie back on now, and then what we'll do is we're gonna kind of wrap up the show. Make sure you guys know about all the specials that are coming up here at AVANI. And again, one of the things that's happening in March, they're going to have this great Easter promotion. So the AVANI Spa is going to give you guys a 30-minute chocolate body scrub, a 30-minute chocolate body wrap, and then a 60-minute chocolate massage oil. And I knew if I starting about chocolate, Robbie would absolutely come back pretty shortly thereafter. So that was like really cool. So that was neat. So again, I also want to thank Atsani for all that she's done. Thank you so much. You've been amazing. And then obviously we have the 20% off for the spa that we're giving away. We have some amazing discounts, 1,000 baht off for each person over at Benihana. And then if you want to come by here and you want to check out a little bit more of what Pattaya has to offer, just not here at the beach, there's Ramayana, a water park. We have some passes for that. So I got to tell you, man, I think this has been amazing. So did you get it? You tried the breakfast.
I did. I love the fact that, I come on, like I'm like waiting to come on. And then you guys get into the whole food talk because, that just makes me hungry.
It's a good
I'm
segue.
Listening to the GM talk about, hey, the food's amazing. Yes, dude, I'm full right now. So, I mean, it really is amazing. And, I spoke to him earlier and I told him, the one thing that really stood out, again, you can get great food throughout Pattaya. Sure. I mean, Benihana is a great example.
Yeah.
But what stood out to me was the service.
Yeah.
As somebody who's been in the restaurant business for several years, several restaurants, to be able to come here and have service.
Yeah.
They get it. They get it, guys.
Matt said he goes, they get it.
You guys.
That's one of the best things you can say about your employees.
Yeah, you guys, come in if you're hungry. I mean, you need to be hungry. I'll be honest with you. And what Thai girl isn't hungry when she comes here?
Right. Exactly.
So yes, guys, I'm seeing the comments come in. We only have like one segment left. And before we get into that last segment, we're going to have Mike tell us who we are, what we are all about. So station ID.
Ladies and gentlemen, thank you so much. We are the brand new radio station in town. We are 95 FM The Spot. Make sure you're listening to us as you're driving around Pattaya. But more importantly, get online because that is like the best crystal clear signal. It's digital. You can get it in our app. Go to thespot.fm. Download the brand new app. It's available for Android. It's available for Apple. And then you can also check out bkk.fm as well as our brand new property, bangkok.fm. And that's gonna allow you guys to get a little bit more variety. But also if you're up in Bangkok, one thing I did want to mention too is the fact that yes, they have the co-working space here, but they also have conference facilities. And I know that there are a lot of like gentlemen actually that I've spoken with, guys that are like leading companies, and they're probably listening to either bkk.fm or bangkok.fm. I wanted to remind you guys that yes, they have a great restaurant and breakfast, but they also have conference facilities, and they have a different they have like a ballroom.
So I have a question for the GM. If he can nod his head if he hears me, do you guys have concierge service?
Yeah, they do.
Yes.
Yeah.
Skadoosh.
Well, did you see the front desk? I mean, there's like so many people there, and they're always great.
I think that's setting him apart right now because we've been to other places and they don't have concierge.
Crazy, right?
And I don't get it. You do need to have concierge service. So I'm looking at all these comments. I'm going to get right to it. We got Pounding Sand saying, hello, well-rounded. You know what? The fact that you have well-rounded and pounding sand in the same thing.
Yeah. Are those their like professional wrestling names? Like what are they?
You know what? Well-rounded is Joe, and I think it's hilarious. What do you call him? I just well-rounded.
Well, you know why he has that. Because it's like it's chill. It actually doesn't talk about his stomach.
Are they wrestlers? I love it, dude.
Yeah, right?
WWE wrestlers,
yes,
if I'm allowed to say that. I like how he's Pounding Sand says, "Hello, gentlemen." I mean, like, are we going to the nightclub?
What is it? Hello, gentlemen.
We're going to the Club Republic tonight.
Should we? Dude, they don't even open until like 11 o'clock. I'm in bed by like 9 p.m.
MedTech, yes, I do see your comments.
Good to see you, brother.
Thank you for stopping by. And yes, you're visible. Gracie, of course, tuning in the whole show. I appreciate you guys. You know what? I had one comment that says, what are the prices here? And where can you book it? So let's talk about where they can book it because prices do change. I mean, that's just part of the facts of life. So can you book this on Agoda? I mean, yep. Then the GM's shaking his head, yes. But can you book it on your web? And
minthotels.com?
AVANI Hotels.
AVANI Hotels, that's right.
So I encourage you guys to book it directly from their website.
Got it. Perfect.
So, and if you do, you get this 15% off the spa. There's all sorts of cool stuff. Breakfast for two, a Songkran welcome package. I mean, there's so much stuff. Go directly through their website. Yes. And I know some of you guys are Agoda users. I mean, I use Agoda all the time. But you know what? It's just as simple to jam to their website. They have a fantastic looking website.
Yeah,
wow, I'm looking at it right now. That seems pretty cool.
Whole bunch of different
picture.
Whole bunch of different languages available to you guys. AvaniHotels.com/English, at least for me, /Pattaya. But at the end of the day, if you type in AvaniHotels.com right into Google, you'll get there. You'll get there super easy. And one of the things you can do as you're booking, yes, you can book a regular room, but don't forget, guys, coming up in March, right? Pattaya Music Festival.
Yeah.
So that's going to be a killer thing that's happening here. And daily breakfast.
Are you going to that? I mean, when in March is that? Do we have the date?
That's a great question. No, I haven't booked it.
Do you guys have the date by any chance?
Let me see if I can find it.
Let's see if the GM knows. Let's see how good he is.
The Pattaya Music Festival.
Look at him. I put him on the spot.
Yeah, no, nice work, dude. Yeah, and do it off camera, you know.
Okay, so it is every weekend in March.
So you guys, that's smart.
Yeah, you know what? If you're in Bangkok, book one weekend, books 2 weekends, you just come back and forth. I mean, heck, why not?
No, enjoy come down here every weekend.
And it's right on the beach too, so they're partying right on the beach.
And they're right there. It's great. And then April, of course, as we know, Songkran.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. I mean, right?
Book it now. You need to book for Songkran right now.
I would agree.
This place is, if he's at 80% occupancy, he's going to fill up.
AvaniHotels.com, guys.
And I bet you get a better deal if you book now rather than waiting.
Yeah, absolutely.
I encourage you guys to book sooner than later. And those who are listening, I know you guys are listening on the Grab or the Bolt. You know, have your driver download the app. Because one thing I've been doing, and I'll just kind of spit it out there, is if I ride a Bolt and I see that the driver has it on the station, I give him 1,000 baht
Skadoosh,
tip. Right
absolutely,
there. Yeah. So they get 1,000 baht if he just has it on his radio and he's playing it, and I ride the Bolt. So tell them, hey, earn some extra money. Not only that, the station is the one that comes in everywhere.
Isn't that? I mean, I got to tell you, I lucked out because I mean, I get it. You know, Mike's the radio guy. He's been doing radio engineering forever and stuff. But I mean, it's just
dude's old.
Yeah, I know. So that's why I have no hair.
But he's got a great voice.
But yeah, it comes out pretty good.
Face for radio.
I do have a face for radio. That's why the camera. That's why the camera is way far away, so like people can't hear me.
So if you guys have a question to ask us, now's the time to ask us. We've got a couple minutes left. And we do have some more tickets to give away, so definitely check it out. We won't stick you on camera unless you want to be. You just come pick them up. We know there's a lot of shy people. Just come, you pick them up. Come get them from us. And are we programmed for next week, or we got a couple of weeks off, or what?
No, I haven't decided, actually. What we're going to be doing is we're going to be reaching out to some other partners. And, you know, as February ends up and then, we roll into March, we're going to have some different things. But we'll definitely be back here once a month for basically about, certainly the remainder of the year. But, we pretty much committed to the next 12 months. So I'm really excited about that because, I mean, it's just such a cool place to come by. And
same time, same place, right? Once a month here on the third Saturday or third Sunday?
Third Sunday, we'll do that. And, we'll probably move it around. I mean, if they have like special events, we'll probably come back like just for that. But what we're going to be doing, and as Matt mentioned, right? So it's evolving. And so like he's able to like get some, change and that sort of thing, obviously for the better here. And so we'll be highlighting that for you guys. And so obviously stay tuned to the spot.fm, best place to go. Just download the app. You'll always be hearing about
that app.
Promotions and everything. And then of course on YouTube, the Spot, at the Spot Thailand.
So let's jam into a couple of pro tips because I got one to share for you guys.
Go for it because someone, I think you saw the message too. They're like, we love this part, right?
Okay. I mean, the pro tips. Yeah. So pro tips. So one of the things I'm doing on Walking on My Shoes Thailand YouTube is I'm starting to do pro tips on my end of all the videos. So definitely tune into that. And if you're not, you can tune in here because I'm going to give you the tip of the week, which is when at an ATM. And I've said this one before.
Yes.
It doesn't matter which ATM. If you're a holiday traveler and you stick your card in the ATM, you get your money, you're happy, you got a pocket full of cash, and you're taking off on the bus and you're gone. Do you know what? You might have left your card behind.
Oh, yeah,
It doesn't tell you pick up your card.
No, and we get that in the U.S. It always says, please take
your card. Well, you got to get your card before you get your cash. And here, It's get your cash and then your card.
Yeah,
so it's kind of backwards, but you know what? It is the way it is.
But it's
and it's up to you to really follow through. Get your money, then get your card and celebrate that you have all this pink money that you think is millions of dollars, hundreds of dollars,
right, exactly,
and yet you just got your $30 worth. So there's your pro tip. It's a valuable one, and I know Mike has always got one off the tip of his tongue.
So actually, I'm going to dovetail onto that one because one of the things that I fell into the trap of, because of course I'm from the U.S., right, is I'm like, let me just, and they have the buttons for like 5,000, 10,000, 15, 20,000 baht. Do this when you go there. Hit special amount and get out like 9,900 baht.
Oh, yes.
Because, of course, you're going to have thousands, right? But then it's going to allow you to have a 500 and a couple of 100s because there's nothing more obnoxious being a foreigner and then like taking a baht bus and giving the guy like 1,000 baht and having the expectation. I mean, it's the equivalent of basically buying a stick of gum in the United States with a $100 bill. I mean, it's just ridiculous, right?
That's a good tip. Yeah. Because you're getting smaller money.
Yeah. And then you can obviously, change the hundreds for like 20s and that sort of thing and then the 10 baht coins. But it just makes it so much easier. And the reason we give you these pro tips, guys, is because it's not like we're, boiling the ocean or anything. But you want to talk about not being distracted and able to experience as much as you possibly can in a positive way of Thailand when you're here. And you don't want to get into the debate about, oh, well, it's different here. Of course it's different here.
It's different.
That's why you came here, hopefully. If you came here hoping to have the same experience that you've always had elsewhere, well, then I pray to God that you don't, quite frankly, because there is so much beauty available in Thailand, and not just like the physical beauty, not the weather, but of course I adore the hot and the humid. The people are amazing.
Yeah, the people are great.
You don't want to be distracted by anything like change and everything. So that's just my little pro tip for today.
That's a great pro tip. Is the fact, hey, when you're getting your money, hey, don't leave your card. Have an extra card, actually. But don't leave your card. Get small money because you know what, guys? I mean, we come over here from America and we're kind of entitled. I mean, we go to the taxi and we're like, don't you have change? And a lot of times they don't have change.
You say that, but we actually had this discussion a couple of days ago.
Yeah.
Right? And then it really bugs us when we see, like, specific to America, but, let's say for the sake of argument, people from the West, but you and I, obviously, American, California thing, they come over here and they have it, and we're like, dude, I tell you what, go home. Go home. If you're not going to come over here and embrace it and want to be like part of the solution, quite frankly, and embrace like the way that they do things differently. Because I got to tell you, I'm sure the Thais come over to America and they're like, seriously?
What is going on?
No sprayer?
No, it's no bum gun.
It's just paper?
Let's say it like it is.
Are you
paper.
people? My God.
That's a whole nother pro tip for
we'll get into that later.
Another meeting. But the whole thing is, you guys, make sure, having your attitude check before you get here is probably the biggest, and that's what Mike's just talking about, is probably the biggest, best pro tip that you could ever get from anyone is come here with a clean, pure attitude of like, man, I'm just going to enjoy life. I'm just going to live life to the fullest. I'm just going to live my best life. Because in 2019, when I got here, the views you're seeing on camera right now, the tropical wonderland, that's this place.
Oh, yeah.
And it's in Pattaya. And it's people, they might, Pattaya is just full of women.
No,
it's
guys,
here,
there's
but
so much more.
There's so much more.
Yeah.
You can come here, relax. You can come be with your family if that's what you want to do. Come here, be as a single guy, and there's tons of great people here. They smile here.
And
I got Sanam. I can always look at Sanam, and she's going to smile. Boom.
No, absolutely.
I mean,
she's great at it. And like you said, you're here. Yeah, you're on vacation, but you can work.
You can work. Yeah, you got this co-working space.
Yeah, it's great, dude.
Yeah,
it's absolutely great.
Living your best life isn't that difficult to do. You don't need to be rich to do it.
Nope.
And what's crazy is the cost here is the cost of an average hotel in the States.
Oh, yeah, and you get 5-star experience.
And you get 5-star experience.
No, it's fantastic.
For the price of
absolutely awesome.
2-star in America.
Pretty much.
And that's crazy. And it really, and you guys saw the rooms. You've heard the spa packages.
Right.
And we're talking legit spa. Benihana. If you've ever been to Benihana, there's 2 of them in England, and amazing, right?
Yeah, and there's like 3 in San Diego, and there's here, and
so you're talking 5-star experience at the cost of 1 or 2-star.
Yeah,
at the cost, we're talking about the cost, but the experience is amazing. Come here with that pure attitude. Come here with the enjoyment of life, and with that, I am Robbie from Walking in My Shoes, Thailand. Go out there and live your best life, because if you're not, dude, you're not living.
Thank you so much, my brother. Always great to hear from you. And, of course, it's Mike's from livemyassoff.com, but also from the spot.fm. And you may even know me as Johnny Cupcakes, but maybe not. Make sure you listen to the spot.fm, and I hope you guys are living the dream. Because if you are not living the dream, then I'm sorry to say you're doing it wrong. Check you guys out next week. Please make sure to come to the AVANI right here, AVANI Pattaya Resort. We'll be back giving you guys 5-star experiences from our 5-star radio station that also include 5-star locations because you are our 6-star clients.